Yo, King, what one we say, man? We say, sorry for the technical difficulty, people. Today I'm having a mare of it. You won't even believe it. It's like my phone is moving like fucking Chelsea right now. So it's unbelievable. If you don't know, you know when you got a hotspot off your phone to do these things, you gotta do my brothers. This is what I'm saying because you see people like us, we never stop sleep. We always try to give you the best content that we can. Today, we're going to be talking about everything football, past, present, and hopefully the future. It's mad because a few days ago, we saw, I saw um, a fan base talking about how mighty they are. They're in the title race. I even saw fans celebrating a 1-1 draw. I saw players celebrating a 1-1 draw. I'm sure we're going to talk about it more, yeah, before we even get into the gist of it. Welcome, welcome back to Donversation TV, my people. Just remember, when you step into the building, hit them likes, hit them subscribe, because you know what? In my thoughts, the likes and the subscribes are always free. You got to show some love to all of us. You see what I'm saying? I want you to welcome back again, African King, Chelsea fan. So talk to me, my brother. How you been, my family?
In life good, the football life not so good. Big up, Si. Um, I did my ranting and raving yesterday. I kind of got most of it out, but what a week! What a week! You know, you beat Barcelona, destroy them. You get a good result against Arsenal, and then you just capitulate like that versus Leeds with a couple changes. Uh, what can I say that I haven't already said or hasn't already probably been said in the world of the internet right now? Um,
Yeah.
I don't. The funny thing is, I wasn't happy with the draw against Arsenal initially. Before going into that game, I felt like we let ourselves down with the red card. I felt we let the result down with that red card, and not only do we kind of rue the consequences of that red card for that game, we rue the consequences for the next three games because Caicedo is a cheat code that you can
Mm.
bring about in certain games to put on, even if you do rotation, bring him on in the second half. You can be a difference maker. And it's not just that. I think Enzo Maresca got the decision making of the starting lineup wrong
Yeah.
in the Leeds game. He got the decision making of putting a centre back at right back, playing tossing. Um, but it doesn't stop the bad performances from the midfielders, from the attackers, the inconsistencies in terms of the team performance compared to the game against Arsenal to Leeds. It all stems from the defense, obviously, because you know every team nowadays wants to play out from the back. And if your defense isn't
Mm.
comfortable in playing out from the back, that causes problems with the midfield, which causes problem with the attack because you're not able to create the amount of chances that you can when your defenders aren't that comfortable. But it also shows a problem with the recruitment because you spend 2 billion and you still have centre backs that aren't good enough, and the two centre backs that were the biggest issue were both for free. Tosin was a free signing, Chalobah was from our academy, so we didn't spend any money on those two players. So when you have players that are for free and they're both not good enough, then it's a problem. And yes, Sai, we should have started Josh Ashimpong. For me, if I had my way, the back four should have been Hato for Hato Badashile, Josh Ashimpong, and then Gusto at right back. That would have been the rotated back four. That's your second back four. Tosin and Chalobah are players for, or Chalobah alongside Fofana is okay. It works, but Tosin is a player that shouldn't play for my club again. That mistake for the third goal pretty much killed us off. The first goal was desired. The first goal was desired. The difference between us and Leeds is Leeds did what we did to Arsenal. They did to us. We showed more passion, more commitment in the game against Arsenal, wanting to win the second balls, wanting to get stuck in, wanting to make it a physical game, wanting to get into the heels of the Arsenal players. That's what they did to us. They smelt the blood in the water. They said, "Oh, this is a rotated lineup." They knew the weaknesses and they attacked the weaknesses. They did it with first in the corner with the header. Sanchez should have done a lot better with that. He palmed it in his own net. Then the second goal, Enzo makes a mistake. Yep, Santos and Enzo were terrible. Enzo makes a mistake for the second one, gives it a, and then Tanaka scores an absolute screamer. We make the changes at half time.
Yes, bro.
We get back into the game 2-1. Cool. You thinking, yeah, let's go on. Let's actually win this game. Let's actually show why we're better than Leeds. And then Tosin decides, you know what? Nah, we won't do that. Instead of kicking it out, making the right pass, making the right decision making once it's past him, he dilly dallies on the ball. Maybe I don't know, controller disconnected. Maybe he was thinking about what he was having for dinner. Maybe what he was thinking about what he was having the next day for breakfast. I don't know what was in his mind at that moment. Leeds player comes in, takes it off him. Sanchez has a Sanchez moment. So you get 2 moments. You get 2 moments to get rid of it or get the ball. Sanchez has a clanger as himself. And then the fashion designer, the fashionista, the DCL scores the third goal and it's game over. Because once it went to 2-1, you could tell that the crowd was up for it up until the 2-1 point where we got the first goal. Because they knew, oh, Chelsea might come back into it. But then what do we do? And this is the thing I said before the Arsenal game. This is the things I've said all the time. I'm never scared of my opponent. I'm scared of what my team does. Because when my team decide not to play, when my team decide to make dumb mistakes at the back, we lose games. We drop points. Example 1, Arsenal game, red card. Example 2, what Tosin did for that third goal to pretty much stop us from ever having any momentum of getting back into the game, or at least coming away with a point in a tough away fixture that was made to be tough because of the changes made by Maresca. So yeah, Lavia is a big miss, but I think we move on from Lavia, to be honest, because he's too injury prone. Like the things people say about Reece James is Lavia. Lavia's never available when you need him. He comes around for the Liverpool game, then he disappears again. It comes like comes like around every 3-4 months. Liverpool's here. I beat them up a bit, then he disappears again. It's just like a Holy Ghost, like a Holy.
King, just a quick one because you just touched on Wednesday's match.
Yeah.
But do you think Sunday's match had the big part to play? Just because, let me give some context of what I need to explain. More because you had 10 men, and you had to work your socks off within that game. Do you think, and okay, we'll get to Cancelo in a second, but do you think that had a pivotal moment? The reason why you couldn't go on to your next game and win, even though you had the momentum of drawing with arguably the best team in the league at this
point? It might have been a factor, maybe, but that would have. It would have made sense if that was a factor like late on in the second half, the players get tired, lethargic. That would have made sense, but not at the start of the game. Not the first 45 minutes when we've made changes where we put players in that weren't playing on the weekend. Players that aren't good enough to be in my club. Changes in the back line that don't you can't go into a game without a right back. You just can't do it against any team, no matter how bad they are in the Premier League. You'll get punished for that. It's never worked. I've never seen. Anytime I've seen my team put a centre back at right back, we've lost that game or drawn. We've never won that game. We've never won it. And he took too long to make the change. Half time, it's over by then because you already conceded 2 goals, and the crowd's up. And even though you get the one back, all it took was one. After that was one silly mistake from the player that should have been. The thing is, the sub he made was the right one. He took the wrong player off. He should have took off Tosin for Gusto. That's what I wanted. I said at halftime, take off Tosin, put on Gusto, because then at least you have Badashile and Chalobah. They can work together, left-sided, left foot, Chalobah right-sided, right foot. It would work better. You'll be able to create more from the back four. But he didn't. He took off Badashile, meaning that we had the 2 worst centre backs together. And the last time the 2 worst centre backs together, they conceded multiple goals. And that's what Every time we play Tosin, we concede 2+ goals. So if there's a common denominator of when we're having bad games and he's the man, why is he playing? Why aren't you putting the kid in? Because the last time Badishili and Josh Achampong played together, they had a great game. So why didn't you just do that? Because I understand you need to rotate, but rotate the right way.
The thing is, did you man rotate? Because I'm asking this question because I was like, it was on the same stream, but I was watching the Arsenal match, and you were focused on the Chelsea match.
Yeah.
Right. So, what were the changes that were made from Sunday?
From Sunday, obviously Santos instead of Casado. The right back was a centre back. So in terms of our back four, no Gusto, no Fofana. So instead of them two, it was Tosin and Badishile. So who was playing? I think who was playing right back? It wasn't Tosin. Was it Tosin? No, it was Chalobah playing right back. Chalobah was playing right back.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Chalobah playing right back, the midfield too, and then the attack was pretty much. Was it the same? It was Delap, Pedro, Esteval, and who started on the left? I don't even know who started on the left. I'll be honest, the attack was so bad I can't even remember who started on the left.
Oh, Garnacho.
Yeah.
Yeah, Garnacho. Do you know what? Yeah. The reason why I ask is because like you sounded like you rotated about 4 players. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for myself, I just don't think that. Okay. I want to compare you to my team because my team that's them. Let's say, for example, Wednesday's game, we started with Odegaard, right? Ben White started. Yeah? The Ben White start? Yeah, Ben White started, right? Madueke started, for example.
Oh no, getting started on the left.
So it's like this, the players that you have on the bench, do you think they're good enough to even do a job for your team?
Some of them are. So for me, the issue that I had in terms of the rotations was, put it this way, I wouldn't even have minded if you rotated Cucurella and rotated the whole back four. But as I said, you have Hato who can play backup left back. You needed to keep Gusto at right back because obviously you used Reece James in midfield for the game, which you didn't do against Leeds. But you can't have Chalobah at right back. It doesn't make sense. He's going to get cooked either way. Doesn't matter how, because even the basics of basic left winger is going to be able to cook Chalobah because you have your 3 slowest defenders in that back four, meaning any sort of pace and it's done. And also it means that the passing out the back isn't as good because tossing with the ball in at his feet isn't as good as let's say Achampong. So for me, I would have not put for me Chalobah and Adebayo and Tosin would have not started. I wouldn't even minded if Cucurella got rotated for Gerald Hato because I think Hato's really good. But it would have been Hato for me. If you're going to rotate, it should have been Hato, Badishile, Josh Achampong, and Gusto. Gusto should have still started, and then maybe at halftime you put on Reece James. So that would have been the thing. And then for me, everything else I was fine with. In terms of the midfield and attack, because Casado wasn't going to play anyway. He was sent off. Gittins coming on. He's decent on the left wing. The lap wasn't the greatest, but the defensive. But when your base is weak, it doesn't allow for the rest of the team to survive in this. As I said, in the modern game, you need to play out from the back, and if the back isn't able to be comfortable, break the lines and break the press, then it doesn't make sense.
All right, this pricks. You know what? Yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing. Can you hear? Like, 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Can you hear me clearly now? Yeah. Okay, Simon. Look, right, you hope I don't speak too much. Look, yeah, it's not my fault that Wirtz can't score his first goal. He almost scored his first goal. Just remember, yeah, I was there with you. I was trying to support you and help you as a friend. You're making me do this, bro. So what's that 0013? Look right, Sam. Me and you will talk later about this. Is what I'm saying, you fraudulent mother MFR. But big up, Si, each and every time, my brother. Sorry about that. I just had to give Si a little bit of attention still.
No, it's all good. It's all good. No, I appreciate that. But yeah, I just think the rotation it's good to rotate. It makes sense to rotate. I don't think I feel like the right backup should have been in. As I said, for me, Tosin and Trevor aren't good enough for the long term of our club. In terms of defenders, but it's it is annoying because Fofana in himself is a right sided centre back. So we need our starting left centre backs out for the season. Levi Cole's gone, and you don't know what he's going to be like when he gets back. So for me, I would need a left side. I need both a left sided and a right sided centre back in within the next two transfer windows. And I would remove Tosin and Chalobah and the Sassy. So I would remove three, bring in two.
Do you know what? Do you know what, King? It's weird because it's like, did you know when we used to say Arsenal's a mirror club?
Yeah,
I think Chelsea has become that mirror club in essence. It's like because it's like on Sunday, and I've seen you do this so many times when you're playing, like, say, a big scale team. Because like, don't get me wrong, Chelsea are a massive club. But
yeah,
when you're
yeah,
playing clubs towards your level, how comes you always mirror exactly what they're doing and how they're playing? Because it's like this, yeah. Against Barcelona, you outplayed them. Yeah, you
hmm
just done what was needed, and not just that. You like Chelsea FC actually looked sensational when they was playing them. With Arsenal, it was more of a dogfight. You know what I'm saying? It was like a dongo v a pit bull. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like you man were up for the fight, and that's why I asked you earlier on. Do you think the Arsenal game, because the Arsenal game, you lot probably outran us. You
yeah,
closed every single ball down. You was first to the first ball, the second ball, the slide tackles. You know what I'm saying? Even when Gokares went in on your keeper, right? You like by all means, he's allowed to go for that ball. This is what I'm saying. But the keeper was always like first for it. You lot didn't chicken out of nothing. When Madueke came back, you man kicked him down. Fair enough. I don't care what the refs say. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a red card. There should be more yellows. The ref lost the game completely.
yeah, yeah. He did.
Completely.
Yeah, he did.
Like
He was terrible.
blame the ref for the red in essence, because like to be honest, if he would have gave Cucurella that first yellow card, he would have showed them, I want you lot to play football, but I don't want you lot to damage each other, because that's all it is. This is what I'm saying. I'm not wishing any kind of injury on anyone or try to blame the ref on this game, but the ref should have done better within that game to
Mm.
protect the players and to try to keep the game 11 on 11. That's the ref's job. This is what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
the reason why I'm saying that is because you man put in such a like impressive display with 10 men against a rampant, because people like it or not, yeah, despite what I've said about Arteta or Arsenal in the past, right? We're at the top of the league for a reason. There's a reason why we haven't lost in 17 or 18 games in all competitions. There's a reason. This is what I'm saying. You lot nullified everything that we had. This is what I'm saying. I'm not looking at the last chance where Timber should have left there and Gokaris, because I don't even care about that. You know what I'm saying? You, man, through, let's say, 84 minutes, were the better team. Much better team. Do you think that had a detrimental effect? Because we've got to talk about the running that you man did, yeah? The intensity, the tackles that you man received, and the fact that Carcedo is not there. Because in a game like that, Carcedo would have broke up everything. He is, for me, Palmer is your best attacker. Carcedo is your best player,
yeah,
in my opinion. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So, like, because I'm just trying to get my head around this, because I didn't watch the match, so I'm very limited to what I can say.
yeah.
But I just want to know
We
from your
we
perspective.
did miss him. We did miss him. But the thing is, the problem we have is the backup version of him in Isugo is also out. So when you have both of your that type of mold of player out, and then the third version, so you have three versions of that type of play. That for me in this type of in terms of the Leeds type of game, I would have never played Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah,
But we had no other options. So that's another issue, is that there was no other midfield options. Lavia's injured, Sugo's injured, Casado's out. So three of your five midfield options are out. So what else do you do? Reece James played midfield in on the weekend. He can't play back to back games like that. That's an injury waiting to happen again. So you put Santos alongside Fernandez, and I think, and I've said it in other shows, and I feel like Enzo Fernandez is a styles makes fights type of player. When you're playing the bigger teams and you have space and they're gonna attack you and they're gonna give you space as well, and they're gonna allow you to be able to, for a player like him to dictate the play, to be the player to unlock a team, to be the locksmith. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's valuable in that. But when you're at war, when you're in a dogfight, when you're facing a relegation type side, you need physical demons, and he doesn't have that physicality. He will fold. And Andre Santos needed someone like a Casado alongside him, or an Asugo that was just there just to break things up, as you say. You need a breaker. So yeah, we did miss Caicedo in this type of game, especially within the second half, to bring on at least just so that you can take off Enzo Fernandez, because the type of game it wasn't suited to his skill set. His skill set is very specified for certain games or for a specified league. In Spain, he would
Yeah.
kill it because that's the style of football they play. He'd be perfect for Spain. But when in England, you're gonna have dogfights and you need dogs in there, and and sometimes he just doesn't have it. He may be Argentinian in name, but he doesn't have that Argentinian spirit of wanting to fight at times, and especially when we're playing weaker teams. You need that the type, the Casado type, but we didn't have either version of that, not the star or the backup.
Yeah. Do you know what is King? Over the last few weeks, I've heard that Chelsea are title challengers, right? Leeds is a team that literally anyone in the top six kind of beat, to be honest.
Except Spurs.
Mate, I said top six. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get me? Like, Newcastle taking their place.
Okay, Newcastle, fair enough.
Or Aston Villa. It is what it
Yeah,
is. Fuck
either
Spurs,
one.
yeah. I believe that you lot had enough to. I believe that you lot had enough to beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with like the same Enzos, because to know what it is, I don't think with Enzo he could work in Spain. Yeah, he probably could work in Spain because it's less physical. Or do you think Chelsea is the wrong team style wise for him? Just
That
because
too.
I say this,
That too.
because it's like when you look at Havertz and take my Arsenal bullshit off, you know what I'm saying? Them in your team, they wasn't that great. Yeah. Mata in your team wasn't that great. But you remember when Mata went to Man United, he looked like a completely different player. When Madueke and Havertz have been
Matt is one of them ones. He
actually
wasn't
Matt was a
player of the
baller.
year.
I was underplaying that. Don't worry, I was underplaying that. That was a shame that he went.
Yeah.
I'll talk about Madueke and Havertz. When they came to Arsenal, because of the style that we played, because of the slower build up, it's kind of like a slower build directness on the wings. If you understand that, it's a fucked up mashup. You hear what I'm saying? It's like mixing Afro beats with opera. It shouldn't work, but it always sounds good. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. Do you think style wise, he's just not right for what Maresca wants or the players that's around him?
No, I don't think it's for what he wants. I think he's perfect for what Maresca wants. But as I said, for certain games, I think lower table games, you don't need an Enzo in that game. You don't need that type of player for that game. You need, as I said, you need 6 foot monsters that are gonna be, because when it comes to your Leeds, your West Hams, they're just gonna want to fight you. They want to press you hard. They want to have a physical battle with you. So you're gonna need physical demons in there. You're gonna need a guy like a Casado more than an Enzo, because an Enzo is only really good if you have time on the ball. But Leeds didn't give us time. So because Leeds didn't give us time, we just needed someone to be able to just get the ball and run with it. So you need more kind of a that Caicedo mode, that who's able to break up the play, get the ball, run it, and then give it to someone, to one of our attackers to do what they need to do. So I just think styles make fights, and players make certain games, and that's the thing. That's why Enzo is what would I say? He's like Bruno. He's a luxury player. He's a luxury player for certain moments, certain games. But there's certain times where no, it's just not his game. It's just not his type of match, and you have to just take him out of that because he was absolutely poor. It didn't help. Andre Santos as the younger player playing alongside him because that kind of the it stemmed through the whole team in terms of the way we couldn't build out. So for me, I think there was a lot of issues with the midfield and the attack in general. And when the chances that we did have, we weren't clinical enough. Because there was points in the 2-1 where we could have made it 2-2. But it's just one of those ones. And then as I said, the final nail was the tossing mistake, and then it was just game over. But yeah, that's how I feel more time than not. But
Yeah,
got some why the manager
sorry,
to
go on.
make all the instead of making a
Yeah,
few subtle changes. He needed to, as Don alluded to, we played with 10 men for like half a game, so he needed to take some players out. It's just he put the wrong players in for me personally. As I said, Josh Achimpong should have started alongside Badashili at the centre back. We should have still had Gusto at right back. And if you're going to move Reece James to midfield, then at some point we're going to need to get another right back. If that's going to be the move, if his permanent place is going to be a midfielder, then we're going to need to get another right back because Gusto needs to be refreshed at times as well. So, or go to we have an academy, just use an academy baller at right back because I'd rather see that than see Chalobah at right back because that was never going to work. That was just the disaster. So he made the wrong decisions in terms of the back four. Everything else was fine, but because of the way we play and we play out the back from the back four, if that back four isn't what it needs to be in terms of being able to be comfortable on the ball and being able to break the lines, it's going to be a long day. Leeds ate us up and spat us out pretty much the whole game because of it.
I hear that, man. But before you continue, people, make sure you run up the likes. Yeah, make sure you're subscribing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're subscribing to African Kings Academy. And I want to welcome to the stage Prime. You know what I'm saying? Latimer's Prime. Some people see him going at other Arsenal fans. Some people see him being a fraud. Some people actually see him, yeah, being an agent of chaos. I see him as a very nice person. Pisses me off sometimes is the questions that he asks. But do you know what? Yeah, if you can't stand the heat, guess what? Stay out of the fucking kitchen. You're done. No, big up, Prime.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Afternoon, I guess, in the UK.
Good afternoon.
Yeah,
What
just
are we talking about? Chelsea.
yeah.
Yeah, at the moment we're talking about Chelsea.
We're talking about
What
Chelsea.
happened? What happened on Sunday? Like celebrating, like a lot of Chelsea fans celebrating the draw. Then it's like back to misery on a Wednesday. So I would just like to get your thoughts on why, just why, what's going on in Maresca's head? What's with the changes? Why, like, did Caicedo's red card really do this to your team? Because, like, look where you lot are, look where Leeds are.
No, this is just Chelsea.
Explain.
I get
Give
the
us some
question you're
context,
trying to
bro.
ask. You're trying to do the agenda thing. It makes sense. But it's not.
No,
This
no.
is just Chelsea, bro. There's a reason. I think a week ago, was it a week ago? Maybe 2 weeks ago. Nina, a Chelsea fan, on Sky Sports, she said that she's more worried about
Yeah.
playing Burnley than playing Barca and Arsenal, and a lot of rivals online got like triggered by that. But she's not wrong. Yes, fine, we beat
Yeah.
Burnley just about, but then we beat Barca and drew the Arsenal down to 10 men, and then we lose to Leeds. That's just Chelsea. We play to the opposition of our players, which is annoying and frustrating, but it's just that's and it's not even.
Hello, you still there, bro?
Sorry, did I
Hello,
lag
can you
out?
hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
You just stopped.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear you. Can hear
it's
you.
not even a Rescue problem because we did that with Poch and we did that with Potter. So I don't know. It's frustrating, but Caicedo shouldn't have to play Reece shouldn't have to play for us to beat Leeds.
It's true. Do you think
Tosin
Brian?
shouldn't have played at all. I agree. Tosin
Yeah.
shouldn't have played. Maresca wanted to play a back three, like in possession anyway, so fine. But you Achimpong should be getting a lot more minutes in this team. The games Achimpong has played in this season, I think he's only had one bad game. Like, he played against Palace first game of the season, played up against Mateta, did well. He played Liverpool back when Liverpool were good this season, and people were talking about Isaac, the best striker in the league, better than Haaland. Talking to Isaac. So he's done well up against the two best strikers in the league, allegedly. So I don't get why he can't still play in the team, particularly over Tosin. Fofana and Chalobah, they've done well the past, several games or whatever it's been. And if that's our main partnership going forward, at least this season, then fine. But if Fofana can't play every game and you need to rotate, at least rotate to another partnership that's worked this season. Achimpong and Badia Shaw has proven to work this season when they've played. Play them together. If you want to play Chalobah right back, then fine, I guess. Because Gusto and Reece have played at like 3-4 games in a row and they need a bit of a rest. Or at least play Gusto, play him for like 60 minutes, and then bring on Chalobah to see out the game once we're in a comfortable position. But it's just, regardless of all of that, it's still not an excuse because it's Leeds. And we should still have enough quality to beat Leeds. But then again, we should still have enough quality to beat Burnley without worrying. We should have enough quality to beat, to be fair, take out Sunderland because I said they were a good team regardless, but we should have enough quality to be able to not struggle against a Brentford or a Brighton or not be worried about playing like any of the lower table teams. But this is just what we do. We play to the opposition of who we play. We're playing Bournemouth at the weekend. We're not going to beat Bournemouth. I think that'll be a draw. We're going to play Everton. We play Man City soon enough. I guarantee we'll beat Man City. We'll beat Man City, and then Chelsea fans will get gassed again because the points difference with Arsenal will probably could be like 7 points or something, or 8 points or whatever. Because maybe Arsenal will draw a game. I don't know. So the points difference will be a bit lower, and people will get gassed again. But that's why I told people we're not in the title race. So, yeah.
You see, that was my next question. Why do you think people are constantly saying Chelsea with a title race? What? Okay, I understand.
It's because of the points difference. That's it.
Is it just because of points?
Mathematically, it looked like because we were second and it was 6 points. So if we beat Arsenal, it's 3 points now, and now it's a proper conversation. But this is why I told people, no, get through December, January, where we always mess up. Then I'll have the conversation with people. But until then, no. I said this last year as well. I said last year we're not good enough to compete for the title. Just get through December and January, and then I'll have the conversation with people. But every year I went on, people were saying, oh, no, you're in the title race mathematically. Guys, math is overrated. Okay? I know it's important in school, but once you leave school, math is overrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got an iPhone. I've got a calculator on my phone. I don't need Pythagoras theorem. You don't need to use Pythagoras theorem to tell me that even though Chelsea were 6 points behind Arsenal in second, we still don't have a good enough squad. I look at Arsenal, right? And yeah, a lot of criticism people give to Arteta, but something that he's done the last, 3 years that you guys have challenged?
Consistent.
He always puts out a strong team. So whether you're playing Man City or you guys have to play a Burnley or a whatever, more or less you're putting out a strong team. So make 1 or 2 rotations maybe, but there's a reason why he's always using like a Saka or something, or a Timber or Ben White when he was fit and playing. He'll always play a strong team. You guys will get through the game, win it. It's just what you have to do. It's what you have to do. And
I hear that, man. I hear that. Like, and like for you, it's hard to ask you certain questions just because like you're more logical. You know what I'm saying? We've done enough streams to where I can't I can't actually try to defraud you. You know what I'm saying? I won't even do it to this brother, but I'll ask him the same question. King, why do you think your fans actually believe that you're in title race? Like, because you're very inconsistent in my eyes. But what actually makes you think your team or your fans think that you're going to win the league or you're in the race to win it?
Because football fans are delusional.
Yeah, that's
So
one.
it's United fans before they played Everton were telling me we beat Everton, we're competing with Arsenal for the title. Now the same United fans want Amorim out because they drew against West Ham. So people are delusional.
We got West
And
Ham.
Yeah,
winning
we got the Hammers.
the Club World Cup did the same thing to my fan base as when we won the Champions League in 2021. People believe because we won this big trophy, it now means that we can go machine for machine with the best team in this league and win the title. No, that doesn't correlate. It doesn't correlate.
I get that. It's just weird because on Sunday, I just saw Arsenal. No, I saw Chelsea. The way I saw their fans react, like, and I get it. In one isolated game, anyone can win. That's what I'm saying. We beat Real Madrid. Come on, man. Let's last season, right? But then there has to be a level of calm because, like, I know my team, yeah, and I could be happy in an isolated game, but then I'm not gonna go and say we're gonna win anything because I know my team. What gives them the right? Okay, the right to say it's because you choose to do it, but what their brain power, bro? I just don't understand it, man. I really don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? But just quickly, lads, yeah.
Actually,
What
can
do
I
you
say
think?
something on that? On
Yeah,
why
go on,
fans?
go through.
You know why I think Chelsea fans said it during before and after the Arsenal game? It's because I don't think anyone respects Arsenal as the leading team at the moment because of your manager.
Mm.
I think they've seen your team let down Leeds again and again and again, and that adds to the delusion. If it was Man City or Liverpool in their primes up there, I don't think Chelsea fans would say that. But they look at Arsenal, a team who's let it down maybe multiple seasons, and they think maybe it could be our year to take them out.
Yeah, see, I understand that. See, I
You
understand that, King.
you not remember in 2020 after the summer window we had in
Yeah.
lockdown? You not remember Chelsea fans thought we could go machine for machine with Pep Guardiola for the title, with Lampard in charge.
Oh yeah, but that was delusion. I ain't gonna lie.
And then the following summer, the following year we won the Champions League. Went into the summer. The only upgrade in the team we bought was Romelu Lukaku, and we thought we could go in with for a title race with Kai Havertz and Mason Mount as the creators in our team.
Yeah. Well, we thought Lukaku was meant to be the second coming. Lukaku back and
bro.
everything.
Like, this fan base is not. I mean, to be fair, all fan bases aren't insane, but with Chelsea fans, it's like we know what greatness looks like. So why do you think we can like challenge with obvious deficiencies in this team? Yes, in one-off games will rise to the level, but also a part of it is, if we're just going to be real, the big teams still underestimate us. That's why I said going into the Arsenal game, don't think you're going to roll us over. It's not going to be that. You have to take us seriously. And Arsenal didn't take us seriously. Then we went down. A man. They still didn't take us seriously. And then we look what happened. But then we play Leeds and we didn't take them seriously. And we see what happens.
Yeah. It's the cycle.
But Brian,
really.
You should have said it with chest, mate. That's why you should have said it with chest.
Oh no, I should have predicted us to beat Arsenal, even though no one rates Chelsea's defense. But it's this is why I'm predicting us to beat Man City in a few weeks. I know what's going to happen. We'll beat them.
Yeah.
People will get gassed again, and then the game after we'll lose. This is just the annoying cycle. It's just the annoying cycle, and and that's why I said in the summer, I want players more or less in their prime, like elite level players. I want the mentality has to raise, not just for big games, but to be consistent, to be able to at least compete for a title. I wasn't even talking about winning it this year, just compete. Sure, you can go the distance for most of the season. And that is a mentality shift, a consistent mentality shift. And that is on consistent quality. But
No, yeah, no. I hear that, bro. This is why I said for me, like, because you know me, I can be a very horrible troll sometimes. This is what I'm saying.
don't
And
say that. Don't say that.
no, bro. Come on, man. I'm. Do you know? It's one thing I can do, unlike certain people, is take accountability. But it's too early to shoot shots at anybody today. Yeah. You see, this is why, especially when it came to Sunday's match, and me and Prime discussed about this quite a few times. I took Chelsea very serious, and I take them very serious all the time. Yeah, and King, you know this as well. I'm not one of those Arsenal fans that ever say, "Oh, we're gonna batter a team" when I don't actually believe it. Yeah, I have to watch the team a few times to know if we're going to dismantle them. I even said about Barcelona last season, and I said that was it Barcelona? I said, yeah, we're going to beat them. Man City, yeah, we're going to beat them last season and this and that. And in this season, it's like most of them I've got right just because I've seen the teams that we're playing. And this is why I haven't crashed out. Because Chelsea, people think that just because they've got a Maresca as manager and certain players in their team, they can't play ball. Of course they can play ball. Of course they can. You know what I'm saying? They're Chelsea Football Club. You get me? That fair enough. Should Chelsea beat Arsenal on Sunday? Yeah, they should have. Did Arsenal get lucky by drawing it to take and going away with a point? Oh, hell yes, yeah. My thing is, it's what happened on Wednesday. You get me? Because I'm seeing a lot of crashing out from Chelsea supporters. A hell of a lot of crashing out. But then, why? Because if Prime, you can see that your team is so inconsistent. Right?
Mhm.
What's the big deal? Is it because it's like the person that they didn't think that was going to break their heart that they gave another chance to broke their heart again? Do you think it could be that?
It's because they started to believe. Because people started to believe, oh well, Sanchez is not making mistakes anymore, and and Chalobah and Fofana is now fit. Do you remember? Maybe it was last week or the week before? On Bud Brothers. Remember, I said that with like our defense is looking good, and regardless of what I think of Chalobah and Sanchez, they're
Yeah,
playing well. So I'm just
yeah,
gonna let them play and see what happens. Remember, I said that.
mm, yeah.
And what's happened now? Now, to be fair, I don't think the goals conceded are all on. It's on Chalobah or Sanchez, but I can't trust us to just keep going.
Mm.
So that's why I said, listen, our best bet is just we'll finish we'll probably finish third because of how bad Liverpool are, but we'll finish third or fourth and we'll win a trophy, and that's just what we'll do. Do I think
Which
we could
one?
actually win the Champions League? Yes, I do, because again, big games we can beat anyone, but we need to get to that semi-final stage first. Because if we're in the round of 16 and we're facing who's an average team, we're facing Leverkusen, we're probably going to lose because these guys won't take it seriously.
See,
So we
this is
need
my
to
next
face
question.
big teams for us to beat
Yeah,
them.
yeah. No. Do you know that doesn't be my next question? But I was going to say, but say in the next round 16, you get an Atletico, Leverkusen, or someone of that kind of level. Do you believe that you'll get through to the next round? But you kind of answered that question. So thank you, Brian, for being such a lovely for this. What I'm saying, yeah,
I mean,
it's
Atletico
okay.
Madrid are a big team in name, so yeah, we'll beat them. But any team that is like not big in name,
Hmm.
I will worry in the Champions League about beating. That's why I said that after drawing to Carrier I said to Chelsea fans, we play Pathos in our final game, I think, or second last game. They're a good side. I worry we'll beat them. They're a good side.
Hmm.
But because it's Pathos, we won't take them seriously. We'll do rotations. Tossin will play that game. We won't beat them.
Oh. Yeah, so just a quick one. Someone put a question in, right? Yeah. Let me find it quick. Let me find it quick. This one, yeah. African King, are you concerned about Bournemouth match? They don't have any wins in the last five. So I guess you like playing Bournemouth on the weekend, yeah?
Yeah, away. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that? And are you the new Arsenal that's going to give everybody their first?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We pay. You know what? We're you from. We are basically you from a couple years ago
Oh,
when you
you're
had the
triggering
likes
me,
of
bro. You're triggering me.
yeah, like when you had like Rob Holding and stuff as your backups and stuff like that. It depends on what the team he puts out as well. But yeah,
Yeah.
we will drop points to Bournemouth just because just like Prime said, we don't take the smaller team seriously enough, and Maresca himself doesn't as well, because that's probably why he put out that line out against Leeds, and I feel like that at times he has that pep gene where he just does something crazy for no reason. No, there's no need to have a centre back at right back and do what you did and play toss in a player that you know is not good enough. So depending on the lineup
Yeah,
will
that
depends on
team.
how the result will go. For me,
Uh,
I always know when I see a lineup if we're gonna win or lose or draw.
yes. Yeah, guys. Listen, Maresca will get to a point because he did this last year. He'll get to a point where he'll stop rotating, and then Chelsea fans will now start complaining that Caicedo and Enzo and Cucurella are playing a lot of minutes. Because I remember the first half of last season, we rotated a lot in the Conference League because it's Conference League. But those
Yeah,
Conference League games in the league phase, I don't know if you watch any of them, Doncy. They weren't good. We didn't play well, but again, we're better than everyone else. So we'll win a game like 5-1 and everyone will celebrate an Nkunku hat trick. But we didn't really play well in those games. We played Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. We rotated heavily in that game. To be fair, so did they, but we got beat. And since then, Maresca in the second half of the season wasn't rotating major in the league. He was trying to play and that's why Caicedo and like Enzo and Cuckoo played a lot of minutes. So that's why I kept telling people in the Club World Cup, you can't say PSG played were burnt out by the final. So were Chelsea. If you watched our games, we were overusing our main guys
Yeah.
because the backups weren't good. That's why
Mm.
João Felix got sent out on loan in January because he's not good. That's why Nkunku wasn't playing minutes in the second half of the season in the league because he wasn't good. Our Vega, he got shipped out on loan in January. We didn't have the 8 backups to really rely on. We just had to use the main guys again. Morales is going to do that this year. Tosin will probably get shipped out in Jan. Hopefully,
yeah,
I pray. He's just going to keep relying. Jorgensen is apparently going to get sold in January. So Sanchez
yeah,
is going to play week in, week out. Whether that's good or bad, who knows? Like, Chalaba doesn't get injured, so he's going to play just about every game. Gusto will get overused. Cucurella will get overused because he doesn't trust Hato so far. Like, that's what we're going to keep doing. Lavia can't stay fit. Isugu, who knows with him if he can be fit. So it's going to be Caicedo and Enzo until the wheels fall off. That's what we're going to keep doing.
yeah,
So you guys are complaining now about rotations. Cool. When we're not rotating in March, you guys are still going to complain. Well, we got a Champions League quarter final. Well, why is he still playing Caicedo and Enzo in midfield against Bournemouth? Because if we rotate, we'll lose against Bournemouth.
Sorry, lads. Big up, Si. I'm not even reading this. Si, you're nuts. Yeah, you're nuts. Yeah. You can see this is what happens, people. This is what happens when you expect your managers to do big things because they gaslit you the season before, yeah. And then you start throwing out your dummies, you start getting spiteful, you become narcissistic. This is what happens, yeah, people. Big up, Si. He's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Can we talk about Liverpool now?
In a second, give me a second. Okay, question, Prime and King. Thoughts on Badiashile, Gisto, and Tosin in general? I guess you answered that, but just for one more time, second, we can go to Liverpool. King, your thoughts?
Oh, on Badashil, Gusto, and Tossin. Tossin, sell him in January. Gusto and Badashili. I like Badashili as a backup. As a backup, him and Nachampong work well together. I think that should be the backup partnership going forward until the end of the season. When we bring back Anselmino and Mamadou Sarr and all them man. Tossing, you can sell him. You can. I said it. I said it last night. You can toss him anywhere in Europe. I don't really care where. Just toss him out of my club. And Gusto, yeah, I like Gusto. I like Gusto. He has lapses though. He has moments where he gustos it, and he did it against Bayern Munich where he passed it back to Kane. He did it against Leeds in terms of the pass to Tosin wasn't the greatest. He has those gusto moments, but outside of that, when he's on it, he's a quality right back.
Well, what about yourself, Prime? Or do you just don't give a shit about them anymore?
Gusto. He's a good utility player that Maresca likes using because he can. He's not necessarily the best like technical player, but he can play in a variety of different like positions and tactical roles. Body show, for me, you just can't say fit. So even though I do think he's quality, I would still sell him. Tosin, do you know how much Nigerian slander I've seen the last 2 days? And he doesn't play for Nigeria, bro. He's not worn the shirt. He's not wearing the shirt, and I'm seeing so much Nigerian slander. If you guys know CB, I listened to his match review, and he's talking about name me a quality Nigerian center back, bro. He doesn't. The guy's English. He's not playing for Nigeria. Stop this, okay?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, you know what it is. You're only English here when you're winning stuff. You get what I'm saying? When you're playing bad, you're from your motherland. It is what it is. We've been there, we've done that, yeah.
No, because he switched to Nigeria in the summer. We've not called him up. We released the AFCON preliminary squad a few days ago. He's not playing for Nigeria at all. So
that's disrespectful.
Again, I'd rather Kivior than Tosin, yeah. So when Tony was on the preview for Arsenal game complaining to me about Kivior, but yeah, he celebrated beating Real Madrid. And did Kivior not play in both games?
True.
Exactly. So that's why I tell him the depth is different. You guys are still better. No Saliba, no Gabriel, and you're unbeaten in your last 3 games, no?
Yeah.
Or last 2 games.
I think we're unbeaten in the last 18 in all comps.
No, but with Saliba and Gabriel not playing is what I mean.
Oh, we've actually, we haven't been beaten.
Exactly. And those 2 are still not playing, and you're still doing well. So that's why I'm saying the depth is different. It's different.
Yeah, but you know what it is like a man. It's like this year. A man that's driving a Bentley is not going to take money advice from someone that sleeps in the streets.
Yeah, but
unfortunately, but let's get off the Chelsea thing because I don't want to trigger Prime anymore because I've got to deal with the aftermath afterwards. Let's go into Liverpool. What's been going on with Liverpool, people? Liverpool, have been so inconsistent. It's unbelievable. Yeah, everyone thought Liverpool turned the corner when Isak scored a goal after like 10 fucking games. You know what I'm saying? The so-called best striker in the Premier League. Wirtz hits the ball, and it looks like it was going well wide. It was only by a massive deflection from the player that it went in to give them that draw. You know what I'm saying? And they could have lost it in the last few minutes. Peoples, please tell me what the hell is going on with Liverpool? King, Prime.
Prime can go first.
There's nothing going on with Liverpool. They're great.
Man said they're great.
They're defending champions. They're the best team in the league, bro. You know, they're winning at least 3 trophies, is what I got told. So they're great.
Yeah, do you know what? For me, Liverpool's doing amazing, and I've always said this. Some people think that I have an agenda against Liverpool. I've never once agenda. Like, it's because like they won things, and you know what it is? Every team wins things. It's because of people like this pussy out there, yeah. The moment he won the league, Yeah, him and so many other people. Oh, I don't see this. Oh, I don't see that. You see, blah blah blah. When I didn't even back my team to win the Premier League, and I haven't for the last good few seasons. And look where we've been. And look where we've been. Challenging mathematically and up until March. Is what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna try and be a fool at it, right? For me, it's the fact that they won the Premier League and they bought so many players. And I understand Frimpong's still injured and stuff like that. Gravenberch hasn't looked the same Gravenberch. They're calling for McAllister's head. I've been told that work should be put everywhere around the field apart from in goal. Yeah, and he still hasn't done nothing. Because if we're talking about flicks and tricks, every and any player can do flicks and tricks. These are professional footballers. But then can they do it when it really matters? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Van Dijk not just twerking, he's got balls on his bum going into the goal. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're trying to go through the back door pause and all of the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
Jesus
for me
Christ.
personally, when we talk about Liverpool, yeah, we're talking about this juggernaut of a team, the team of the past is what I'm saying, the team that's got so much dust on them. And yes, they got many trophies and they try to push that in people's faces when the last time they actually had a title defense or was relevant in that state here was when Gerrard slipped or when they done their thing in Galatasaray. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. We're talking about a Liverpool now that has in the last, let's say, 3 months, have done nothing. The moment they beat Arsenal, yeah, and I call this out from after I watched the Brentford match in game 1, yeah, their defense ain't the same. Yeah, even though they did beat Arsenal, but they played shit. We're talking about the Liverpool, yeah, that has the African king. Like, no disrespect to you, my brother, on my right hand side, yeah, but they got the so-called African king in Salah. That's probably had like 2 or 3 goals all season. This is the guy that scored what 25 plus goals last season. That they said that was better than Haaland. I even heard his name mentioned beside Okacha. You know what I'm saying? Beside Eto'o.
Apparently,
Beside Drogba.
he's the best Premier League
Yeah,
player, better than Henry.
better
Better
than
than Henry.
Henri. Yeah, but where has he been? You know what I'm saying? It's like his talent's missing him, like his hairline again. Yeah. All I saw that Salah did the other day, yeah, was show me the bald patch that he said he got fixed when he went Turkey 3 seasons ago. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I saw. Yeah. And the thing is, right, like Sai thinks that I'm like because Cyprus is coming in and we know Sai Don. I can understand your obsession with words. If we talk football, there are so many players in his team that's not performing. I'm not talking about all these players in the team. I'm talking about a player that cost 120 million that you and so many of your fan base were gassing up. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's the best number 10 in world football. Now we want to play him on the left to give him confidence. Yeah. This is the reason why I'm saying these kind of things, because it's like this year. My player, my Glock 14, yeah, has scored what 6 goals all season. And I've been on him. Yeah. And he cost what 50, 60 mil. Yeah. Your player has cost 120 mil, yeah. With great power comes great responsibility, as they once said in the Marvel comics of Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Uncle Ben.
Yeah, Uncle Ben. Big up Uncle Ben. I'm not talking about the one that has the rice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're talking about the same player, yeah, which gaslit your team into buying him. I want to know what your manager said to bring him and not make him go to Bayern Munich. Do you hear me? Yeah. I'm not saying he's not gonna come out a better player. I'm not gonna say he's not gonna get so much GA, so much goals, yeah. But first and foremost, before he does that, he has to have a good game. Because in the Premier League, I guarantee no one can tell me, and we're in game 14 now, no one can tell me one game that you can say, yeah, he was outstanding or should have got man of the match or was in conversations to becoming man of the match. Yeah, not one game. This is a 120 million man. Yeah, and I'm not hearing the fact of he needs time. You get what I'm saying? He don't fucking need time, bro. He's played enough matches and he came to fucking England supposedly being the best number 10 in the world. Yeah. So I'm not hearing this here. What I'm saying, it's like this. Yeah. Sai also says, don't see, he's not only the real problem. I get it. He's not only the real problem. Your problem stems deep because, like, you gave the contracts to the wrong people last season. You got like Trent left, and to be honest, he's gone to Real Madrid. Yeah. Frimpong's injured, so I can't really talk about him. You man are still playing Gakpo, but yet, like, a lot of you Liverpool supporters don't want to acknowledge that he's actually doing well for your team. Ravi, I'm getting to your questions. I did put this question up here before, but this question was mad. And I will get to the rest of them. This is what I'm saying, because I did start the Arsenal one. It's only because we haven't gone to the Arsenal section. This is why I haven't put it up yet, bro. But it's coming, my brother. Patience, my brother. Patience. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to Liverpool, yeah, like Robinson, they were cursing at Robinson, but then on Wednesday, he was one of your better players. It's like your better players have regressed. This is what I'm saying. Because of Gravenberches. I haven't seen nothing from him to say, ooh, from like because do you remember there was this thing last season of Gravenberch, Carcedo, and Partey. Yeah? Do you remember that last season, yeah? For the three best DMs. And most people gave it to Gravenberch just because he won a league. And he won a league in Slot's first season. I understand that, yeah? So we're like a lot of football fans were doing that. Even though in my eyes, I always said Carcedo was the best, then Partey, then Gravenberch. It's what I'm saying for how I like football to be played, right? But I get that, yeah? He has digressed majorly. Salah, one of the biggest drop-offs in football. You know what I'm saying? From what people hyped him up to be to what he's doing at this present time. Because even when Vardy had a bad patch, it wasn't like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? They lost Nunes and what's his name? Nunes and the other
Diaz.
dude. But Diaz, but yeah, I see both of them banging for both of their respective teams. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. Cool. People say English Premier League is the best league in the world. I think it's the most competitive, not the best. Subjective. It is what it is. Right? Then we go to McAllister. McAllister, they say they want him out of the team. Do you know what? Yeah, McAllister does well for what he does, but he's not the elite. And you man are being too greedy. The thing about having the elite is, yeah, all elite players in your team, it never fucking works. Look at Galacticos. And what's going on with Real Madrid right now. Yeah, you man tried it by buying Isak and Wirtz at the same time with Ekatike. How does that fucking work out with Salah in the team? Yeah, not just that. Konate, people's telling me that his head was swayed by Real Madrid. This is why he's not playing good. Well, I'm showing you. If a bigger team wanted him, guess what? He will play his socks off. This is and we see that week in, week out. Yeah, and every single year that there's a Euros or a World Cup or a Copa America or whatever it is, you see them players play at that team play so well because they want to get into a better team and get into the national team. So I'm not hearing that. He's been trashed for many years. People like to make excuses. Yes, you Liverpool fans, yeah. And now we get on to Lord Van Twerk, yeah. He humbles the ball. So he's doing his best Nene impression, yeah. My man's twerking, yeah. I spy survive, yeah. Like he's at Carnival, yeah, in August, yeah. Hands on his knees, hands on his knees. What? Hands on his knees, all shaking his shoulders. Yeah, you're done though. Pap, 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 pap. Now he's sticking his
Dante,
ass
put
out
me
so
full screen.
bad, yeah.
Put me full screen.
Oh, give me a second.
Yeah, they got Van Dijk. They got Van Dijk. Yeah. Van Ice. It's crazy. Could never be my defenders. Who's worse, Van Dijk or Tosin right now? Who's worse?
Oh,
Well, do you know it is
Who's worse?
Van Dijk? Easy, Van Dijk, yeah. But then guess what happens? Guess what happens on Wednesday? The ball ricochets off his bum. Yeah. What's that? Smack that all on the floor. Smack that. Give me some more. Do you know what? Yeah, it just keeps on getting better. This is the defender that they said that's better than Terry. That's better than even what's his name? Tony Adams. That's better than Rio Ferdinand. Well, it seems like, yeah, you're doing your best impression of Jamie Carragher. And it's how ironic that he plays for your team. Come on, man, Liverpool. You man got to do better than this, yeah? The pressure's on you, man, because you man won the league last season, is what I'm saying. It seems like you man don't like pressure. You man can't stand pressure. You can't handle pressure because when pressure licks
there's always a collection of Van Dijk twerking, bro. Whenever Liverpool lose, there's always a pic of Van Dijk twerking. It's weird. I paid my money to watch a football game. I didn't pay my money to go to a strip club. Why is he always twerking? Crazy. Yeah, actually, and just to end it, Kai
Go on,
Havertz.
Dilby. Oh.
Just to end it, Kai Havertz.
What the fuck are you doing, man? Let's play some ball on my man's striker.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, but man, though, your thoughts, but like, because you know me, yeah, I can cook Liverpool all day long. You know what I'm saying? And all they can come back to me is, yeah, but we won this, we won that, we won a league last season. Yeah, you did. And I held you man up for it. But guess what? Look where you are now. You get me? And look what you spent. You get me? So come on, man. Like you, man. Like come join the party, man. Are you not entertained? Make before Prime Man King gets into this. Make sure you like him. Make sure you're subscribing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you put on the notification bell. And you know what? Yeah, if you're feeling in a festive spirit because it's coming up to Christmas, share it with your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? This is the gift that keeps on giving. And guess what, peoples? It's free. Is what I'm saying. But manners and respect to everyone. You, man, what's going on with Liverpool? Are you happy? Are you sad? Or don't you give a fuck? Tell me, talk to me.
Can I be honest? I'll be honest. Like, I didn't really expect the downfall of Van Dijk and Salah to happen at the same time of that level. I think it's crazy. It's crazy to see the levels of. You know, the thing about Liverpool is that the level of their two best players dropped so badly that I don't even really want to talk about the new signings, because normally when it comes to a club like Liverpool, it's your leaders that you have to look to. Your attacking leader, Salah, your defensive leader, Van Dijk. And the thing about Van Dijk, what he does, which I hate, is that he makes a mistake and then he complains to everyone else. I've never seen a player so many times do something and then complain about it when he's the one. When it comes to the handball, when it comes to the lot, yeah.
King. So you're telling me that Van Dijk cannot take accountability? Maybe he's closer to Ice Spice than we think. Your thoughts, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry, come on.
Wait, so now we're talking about women not taking accountability.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Wow.
I didn't say that.
Oh, wait,
did not say that.
Is she not home? She's not home.
Okay.
Are you home alone?
Okay. I'm okay. Prem, I'll message you in a private chat. This is what I'm saying, yeah. And yes, people, I am home alone. Do you get what I'm saying? My front door's open. Anyone can walk in at any time. But if you do, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? It is where it is, brother. But Prem, that's for another show. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a show just for that. Just remember, people, and this is called Donversation. Yeah, Donversation TV. This is just out here. We're having a conversation. We don't want anyone to take things personal. We don't want to trigger anyone. But if we do, I'm sure there's a lot of other shows out there for you, because you see, when you come on this channel, I just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'll be respectful to people, as I do not judge. But you know what? When people on his mouth starts running, yeah, I tell them it's always good to talk, because in my world and where I grew up, we talked instead of constantly doing this. It is what it is. So go on, King.
Yeah, so for me, I feel like the drop off of Salah and Van Dijk needs to be studied, because it went from here to here. It like to the levels that they both dropped. When I look at, like, say, Isaac, he hasn't really played, so I can't go into him. Ekitike has been a good signing for me so far. Wirtz, I'm not really going to destroy him yet, because they were having the same conversations about the Caicedos and Enzos for my team. So I'd be a hypocrite if I'm going to do the same thing to them. What I will say is this: I think Liverpool underestimated the selling of Diaz and not replacing him. They also underestimated the need of a CDM, a defensive midfielder, an actual natural DM, because we remember last season Gravenberch was just he wasn't a natural DM when Slot changed the system to kind of put him in that place. And that can only go for so long. When a player is not naturally gifted to a certain skill set, they will get found out eventually. And that's what's happened to Gravenberch. McAllister, I don't know what's happened to him. I think he's got the injury bug, and then he's never came back the same. And for me, I think the left wing and the DM are the two positions that they never really addressed. And it's like what they did is that they won the lottery. They, for the first time you see them spend big money, and they bought the cars, they bought the chains, they bought the watches, but they forgot to buy the house. They bought everything else, but they're still living in the flat. They got the Ferrari outside, but they're still in the hood. And for me, that DM is that foundation that they never really got. Why did they go after Caicedo and Lavia and not actually get a Caicedo or Lavia type player yet? How have they not done that?
Because they're not a big club.
And how do you sell Diaz but not replace him? And then I think that's okay. And think Gakpo, the player who was the backup, was going to be good enough. And then for the other thing is, you buy two different styles of fullbacks to the ones you had previously. Robertson and Trent had specific skill sets compared to Kirkez and Frimpong. So if you have these two left fullbacks that are attacking, you need to kind of create the system for them to be to reduce their flaws and increase what they are good at, right? And Slot hasn't done that. And when he has had a good system, he reverts back to type. There was a game against Frankfurt where he went 4-4-2 and it worked. Two up top, Isaac and Nkatike off each other. It worked. But then he reverts back to type. Yeah. He has a game where he takes Salah off and doesn't start Salah, and Liverpool look good. But then he brings Salah back. Why? Let Salah have a break. He shouldn't be playing until after AFCON for Liverpool again, if in my opinion. He needs a break. He needs a break. He needs to go AFCON, get that North African sun, and come back and see if he becomes, a good version of himself again. Because I feel like he is a detriment to the team right now. Because as much as people want to talk about Wirtz, everything good thing I've seen Wirtz do, the man is Salah the ones that's ruining those moments. Wirtz would have multiple assists if it wasn't for Salah's bad touches, bad shots, bad moments in himself. So for me, when I watch Liverpool play, I look at your two leaders and they are both terrible. I look at the fact that because Van Dijk's terrible, it makes Konate terrible. It makes the whole defense pretty much not look good at all. And he doesn't take accountability for his bad moments and just looks and points around and says this and that. Not good enough. Same with Salah, not being good enough. And I think for me, next summer, they both need to go. I'll let them both go. Salah, go to Saudi, go get your bag. Van Dijk, go wherever you want to go. Because for me, I think Liverpool under whatever manager they have, if it's Slot, someone else, whoever, they need a fresh side. They need to get rid of the remnants of Klopp. Any player that has been a part of the Klopp system needs to go, because they're run out and done out, and you can see it. You can see it. They will run out and done out. They've been run to the ground.
Do you know the funny thing is, because you're talking about accountability, we were talking about twerking, and now you're talking about run out and done out, bro. You don't actually understand. You make it so easy for me to think of these things, bro. So what you're telling me is, there are Jessica from back in the day that looked good in school, that now that's got 7 kids with 4 baby fathers. Is that what you mean that ran out?
Yes, that's what they are. That's the players that were there through the Klopp era.
You're not saying they're hiding their car and they drive off. But we're not going to go there because it's the wrong show. Ravi says Slot wants to build a team around Salah, and that's wrong, because Ravi's a Liverpool supporter, and as he said earlier, he was actually calling Slot out since last season, right? So obviously he wasn't a Slot. He didn't follow the slot machine. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say. Do you think he was right for calling him out last season, and do you think last season was a fluke compared to what you're seeing this season? That goes to both of you.
No, we can't say last season was a fluke, because going into last season, people were saying Klopp left a bad squad and Liverpool they'll struggle to finish top 4. So you can't take away what Liverpool have done. unless we want to say that, you know, Salah's and Van Dijk's their second Premier League title doesn't count because it's a fluke. If that's what we want to do, and if we're going to discredit the manager, we got to discredit the players as well, right? If we're
Yeah,
going to do that,
Ooh.
I'm all
yeah.
for that. If we all agree to that, I'm all for it.
On a shameless
Ah,
tip, I would say that, but on a footballing sense, it wasn't a fluke. I just think
Exactly.
he basically it's like when you get like a fruit and you took out the last bits of juice of the old dogs, and that's
Yeah.
what that last. Because to be honest, in that period of time, if it wasn't for the Pepsi, Liverpool would have dominated. They were so many times that they were the team that were there or thereabouts for the most part. So I think he just squeezed out the last bits of juice of those players, but then
yeah.
they decided to give him new contracts on big money when what they should have done is clear house,
Yeah,
rebuild. That's
they
what they should
deserve
be.
it.
It's rebuild mode right now, and they probably need to spend another 500 mil to actually make a team that can win a title again. And the
or,
old dogs gotta be put out to pastures. You know what I'm saying, taken to the back,
or
and
or
gone.
maybe Liverpool only won the league because of the unprecedented circumstances from Arsenal last year. Isn't that right, Tansi?
You know, yeah. Okay, Liverpool won the league. Yeah, in my opinion, Liverpool won the league.
Oh, you don't
For one,
agree?
because
Okay.
no. Because for one, because we didn't have the players to, we didn't have the players and the managers. Yeah, I think we could have won the league last season, but it was a manager's decisions and choices of said players that he played and players that he didn't bring in. Yeah, when you're playing, when you're bringing in a Sterling, we get it. But I'll get to that in a second. Prime, I love what we do all the time. This is what I'm saying. Give me a second. I'll get to that. I'll get to Rafi's question first because he wants to know
I
my
didn't
thoughts
do
on
anything.
Liverpool.
I didn't do anything.
No. I'll get to you in a second, right? For me, for me, Liverpool, yeah, Liverpool. If I want to take my bias hat off, Liverpool, like King says, they've gotten stale. They're like that food in the fridge that has passed its sell by date. They were once good. It once made sense. Yeah. Slot this season got it wrong. Not for just his tactics, for the players he let go and the players he brought in. I think that's because like you can't get an Ekatike and then get an Isak. It just doesn't work unless you're going to put a hell of a lot of runners around him that can actually have good control of the ball and forget that number 10. Yeah. Because both of them occupy the same spaces. Then you play Wirtz in there who drift in the same places as a Wirtz. Then you play Salah who drifts in the same place as an Isak. This is why it doesn't work. Gravenberch. Gravenberch is a good athletic player, but then that's what he is. He's a good athletic player. Yeah. When players can find out how you play, that's when you see a player start declining. Let me check it like this. Yeah. When people find out how Declan Rice what he could do you know what he done? He started adding dead balls to his game. Look at his game now. You know what I'm saying? He kept on evolving. I haven't seen Gravenberch do that. Right? McAllister, like I said, I think not Klopp, Slot got it wrong. Instead of focusing on defense because you know that Kanate is not that great, you know that Gomez is always going to be injured, you know that Sir Twerk he's coming to his final days. You know what I'm saying? He's 34 years old. Yeah, he can't consistently play at that level. Concentration goes, speed goes, strength goes, yeah, awareness goes, yeah. But then Slot trying to focus more being top heavy. It's just like me going to the gym. I can do what fucking 100 kg each side on bench, but my legs I can't even push 40. This is what I'm saying. That's what it seems like it is. It's top heavy. Someone with double D's with small ankles. You hear what I'm saying? Top heavy. Yeah, it just doesn't work, and we can see it fucking week in, week out. It's the fact that for me, the inconsistency comes from the top. It doesn't even come from the players because Slot is the one who's giving them their tactics. Last season, he got it perfect, but it's easy to get it perfect when you've got a ready-made team because people never once talk about that or take that into consideration. Yeah, You had players, like I said before, and can you imagine adding in one of the best right backs in the world for set plays, yeah, and crosses? You put Trent in that situation. He makes Salah look good. Yeah, he made Nunes look good. He could give those balls. So Gravenberch, as an athletic player, can run and collect them because he's very athletic. Who's doing that nowadays for them? Now Slot's got his team. This is the real test for him. Is what I'm saying. But first and foremost, is he going to be brave enough next season now to get rid of the Salahs, the Canates, the Robertsons, the Van Dykes? You know what I'm saying? Because for me, this season's a write-off for them. You get me? But yeah, to go on to what Prime said before, because we all know Prime loves chaos. Look, right, last season, Arsenal fumbled the bag as usual. Yeah. Slot had so many things going for him. No injuries. A very good team. Yeah. And he had that unpredictable factor going for him. When you like let's say when I'm playing a Pep, I know what to expect from their team. Yeah. When I'm playing a Maresca, I know what to expect from their team. Just because we've played them numerous times and we've seen them. In the league, he had that unpredictability because us mans didn't see what he did. Well, not me anyway. Yeah. What Liverpool done last season, yeah, it was amazing. But they can't follow it on. So it's just a blip in the matrix, a long last. To tell you why we know, do you know how I know last season was a blip in the matrix? Liverpool won in Slot's first season, and Tottenham won their first cup in how many years? It's a blip in the matrix, people. Yeah, this shit ain't gonna happen again. I'm telling you,
Oh
bro.
my
You know what
God,
I'm
he
saying?
brought it back to Tottenham. All right.
Big up, yeah. Big up. Hope you're good, my brother. Hope you're good,
Dante
yeah.
has three insults. It's now Liverpool, Tottenham, or Man United.
Okay, with Man United, there's always going to be there. With Tottenham's always going to be there. This Liverpool thing was manufactured because of these Liverpool supporters. This is what I'm saying. Because I can understand when Chelsea are coming at my team. Like I said, when I was growing up, I was there in finals playing against you, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Wembley or Cardiff. You get me? With Liverpool, I was a child when we had our little beefs in the 90s. You get me? Yeah. Even though I supported Arsenal, I didn't understand it fully. I just saw the parade when Rocky Castle scored a goal last minute. Is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I remember that, but it is what it is. But anyway, for me, fuck Liverpool each and every day. This is what I'm saying. What was I gonna say? So what do you man think about Arsenal and Arsenal's title challenges? Do you think that Arsenal's turned the corner or Arteta's turned the corner?
I didn't watch your game against Brentford, but I know you were adamant about how
Yeah.
beat them 2-0, and if we don't win, then I'll crash out and stuff. And as much as I want you guys to lose,
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about you guys losing. I'm assuming the game was
Mm.
difficult because Brentford are that type of side that will make it difficult for you guys. Well, for anyone really.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just City are 5 points off you guys, and I don't believe you'll beat them at the Etihad. But then it's 2 points, and I don't see you guys losing. So now I'm just thinking, where will you guys drop 2 or 3 points after that to not win this league? And a lot of the big games you guys have to play are going to be at the Emirates. You have Chelsea at Emirates. To be fair, you're playing Spurs at White Hart Lane, but that doesn't matter. You play Liverpool. That's at the Emirates, right? As well. The running, at least for the big
Chelsea
games,
at the Emirates.
yeah,
Yeah.
the running, at least for the big games, is favorable for you guys. Now, we all know for Arsenal, it's not the problem at the big games. It's about, you'll lose to a West Ham or to a Burnley or Leeds, and that's why you won't win the title. You know, that's what Arteta will do. But now you have a bigger squad depth or better squad depth. So people say you should win the league, but then I just think just because you have all the pieces doesn't mean you're still the right man for the job. You can give me the best toolkit in the world, but if I'm not a plumber, that doesn't mean I'll be able to fix your toilet. So I don't know.
Facts.
I don't know. But then again, you have no Saliba and Gabriel, and you're still winning games. So I still believe in City. I still believe in City. I don't want to. I'm not going to give in and admit it. Yeah, I need Arteta to prove it to me towards the back end of the season. I'll be real. I don't want to believe. So this is why I understand where the likes of you are. You know, where you're going from, because even though everything's amazing right now and you're happy and there's no vein in your head, it could, if you guys had lost if you'd even drawn against Brentford, you'd be angry right now. So, but then again, you guys don't drop points. So, yeah, bro, it's annoying.
Thank you, King. Your thoughts?
Don't say thank you. Don't say thank you.
No, thank you. They're kind words.
Don't say thank you. No, they're not kind words. Don't say thank you.
Listen, Arsenal have the squad to win the league. They do now. They do have the. I mean, you could see it even with Saliba, Gabriel out, Mascara, and what's his name? Hincapie are good enough to be replacements. The only two things that's going to stop Arsenal is the manager and the fact that your players are dropping like flies because they're being overused. So that's the two things that will probably stop you. But I'll be honest with you, I don't really care about title talk until like from February to April time, because that's the time where Arsenal drop points to the weird teams, where they will drop it to a West Ham or a team like of that ilk, where you expect them to win a game where they'll draw it, and all it takes is a couple draws, and you know the blue sharks of City will be surrounding them, because in the end of the day, it's not so much about not losing. It's you need to win every game pretty much. You can't afford to drop any more points. I feel at this stage, I think the gap is 5 points. That's what 3 game difference. That's nothing for a City to go on a run. We've seen this before from them in the second half of the season, where Pep makes the right adjustments, maybe brings in a couple players in January, which they're more likely to do than you are, and they go on an amazing run towards the end, the second half of the season. For Arsenal, it's just about trying to keep these players fit and healthy, not overplaying them, resting them a bit more. I'm starting to see that a little bit more from Arteta, but it needs to be more consistent. And that February, March, April period to show that Arteta can finally get the job done. And if he can do that, then Arsenal will win the title. If not, we're going to be waiting a couple more years before Arsenal win the title.
Another 20 years. And I get that, bro. Do you know, to be honest, before I say that, let me quickly read that Bab's question. It says, question, Don C, thoughts on why players at Arsenal getting injured frequently. It's because we run so much. It's that because all the injuries are very similar, right? Hamstring grade 2, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3s, right? You got to remember, when Arsenal are attacking, we have 70%, 80% of the time, or 70% of the time when we're attacking, we always have 10 players in their half. This is what I'm saying. So we kind of box them in, we suffocate them, we make sure that the pitch is so small for other teams. But now, when the counter attack is on, our defenders have to do all of that and running back. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's put it this way: defenders aren't built that way. They're a lot bigger, they're a lot sluggish for a reason. That's what I'm saying, because they're more take-out people. Yeah, they're there to make the pitch look a lot smaller. So this is why, because the Arsenal defense are tracking back so much. It's like the runs back, because you got to remember Gabriel's injury, Saliba's injury. Yeah, before that it was Ben White's injury. Yeah, like they're defensive players, bro. They shouldn't be getting injured that much. I can understand it with our attacking players simply because we are the attacking players are getting impacted by other players through fouls and stuff like that. I understand Saka getting injured all the time nowadays because he's always getting those dirty slide tackles, Cucurella and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's these defensive injuries. This is what I don't understand, and especially to the centre backs, it's just due to running. You know what I'm saying? But you see, with Arsenal, right? In my opinion, just like Prime said, I wasn't even angry at the Chelsea draw. I was actually happy, bro, because we were second best. Yeah, actually, we were third best. The best team there was Chelsea. The second best team was the referees, and third best was Arsenal. Yeah, and we still walked out there with 1 point. Yeah, I can hold my chest high. I can be happy with that just because that was an arse whooping. Yeah, and I felt that like to say I was five again and my mom was beating me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm from a different generation. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, with Arsenal playing Brentford, I'm happy that we won 2-0. I even called it. I said Arsenal better win 2-0. There is no two ways about it. Yeah. I even gave the stats of every single time we lost or dropped points, let's just say to Liverpool, we won against Newcastle. When we dropped points to Man City, we won against Nottingham Forest. When we dropped points to Sunderland, the next game was Tottenham. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm more confident in Arteta and Arsenal just because we're at this moment in time. Because just remember, we're just in December. Just because every time we get a setback, we haven't done a Liverpool or a Man City this season that has dropped points back to back. You know what I'm saying? We've actually just dropped points and like been like, you know what, yeah, we're gonna go on, we're gonna do something. We're gonna try to put ourselves in a position where we're gonna win. Cool. Wednesday's match wasn't exciting, but I will take an unexciting 2-0 win, yeah, than anything else, to be honest, right now. Because if we're just putting this into like just trying to break this down, when we played Chelsea on Sunday, that took a lot of us, took a lot out of us, is what I'm saying, as a team. And you can see that just by watching the Chelsea match. Yeah. So can you imagine what it done for Arsenal that was kind of chasing shadows throughout that 90 minutes? Right? Rotating players, they came in, they look well because Odegaard, maybe because he looks refreshed. His passing was on point. And I go at Odegaard like no other. Is what I'm saying. His passes was on point. Madueke, yeah, cool. He done his thing. I was pissed that he didn't score. If he would have scored, oh my, people would have hated me. Yeah, I would have hated me because I used to call him nonsense number 20. Yeah, and this is why, and this is why people like Prime and King never go at me because that's one thing that you never see. And if you watch them on other streams, they go at other people because I'm consistent. I will disrespect any team's player, but I'll do the same thing to my own. Yeah, Martinelli. Martinelli doesn't need to play for Arsenal. No, Martinelli doesn't need to start for Arsenal. Yeah, a game like this, and a game like this, we needed a player like Trossard. And just remember, people, we won. Yeah, Mascara and Nkape. Yeah, but I understand Mosquera got injured, which is another concern. But then when you have a player like Timber that could just slot in like that, yeah. When you have a White that you can take off the bench, and White can also play right back, so then man they can intertwine from right back to right wing, yeah. When you have those kind of players, this is what gives me confidence. When we could take off a Madueke and bring on a Saka. Where we could take off an Eldergaard and bring on Eze, or a Madueke on the right, or a Martinelli on sorry, a Madueke on the left, a Martinelli on the left, and Eze on the left. Yeah, Moreno, another one of the worst players on the field, and one of the worst players at Arsenal in the attacking form. But yet he's getting goals. We could bring on a Gokares off the bench, and we still got Havertz in the stands. Yeah, this is what gives me confidence for Arsenal. Yeah, I'm not saying we're going to win anything because I stated time and time again, I'm not scared of Arsenal. I'm not scared of these players. Yeah, trying to win things. It's Arteta which has got the question mark still because we've been in this position with Arteta. Yeah, I've seen this for the last 3 seasons with Arteta. At this point, we've been on top of the league with Arteta. Yeah. The difference is we haven't had these kind of players and so forth. But I'm just hoping that, do you know what? We can actually get over the line this season. This is what I'm saying. Because for me personally, it's a win-win. If Arteta wins it, being an Arsenal fan, I'm loving it. If Arteta doesn't win it, it fits my agenda. He's getting the sacks. Well, I'm hoping he's getting the sacks because like all of these top gooners and all of that, all of these top gooners fighting the bottom gooners, I think is ridiculous. This is what I'm saying. Where they're, I'm not even in the middle. I'm just that fan that's like Arsenal do better. Yeah. If Arteta doesn't win this season, these so-called fans that's been backing him all these years needs to be like, get out. Yeah. Because now, this season, there's no excuses. No excuses. Yeah. We've got enough players in enough position to actually go through a full marathon, a full footballing calendar year. I don't want to hear no excuses because if I start hearing these excuses this time next season, I'm going to be calling out names. This is what I'm saying. I'm going to be like, I'll be the prime clip. Yeah. Don't watch the pun. And I will be clipping and I will be calling out names and doing my live reactions, as they say, on why certain people are just fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand there is wanting your team to win. Sorry?
I mean, you can still
I'll
do
do that
that.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'll give them a free pass this season. Yeah, I'll give them a free pass this season, but I'm still listening. That's what I'm saying. And collecting my ammo, as you know. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. But people, it's like this, yeah. I understand, let's say back in this whole institution, I understand, let's say a teenager, a young teenager, someone that's in primary school or elementary, depending what country you're in. I understand them backing like the whole thing wholeheartedly. But then when it's people at an age where you can vote, where you can have, where you can do the dirty, what I'm saying, where you can push out kids, where you can get married, we can get a mortgage, when you've got a good job, where you've got a job and stuff like that. When I'm hearing these fans consistently, and I'm talking about all fan bases, consistently backing a failed institution or not seeing reality where it is, yeah, I just find them laughable. You know what I'm saying? Because this is grown-ass people doing this, yeah? It's grown-ass people believing in the hype. You know what I'm saying? And like people, because I sound like I'm this bottom gooner, I'm Arteta rat and all of this, all of that. I'm just Arsenal do better. I don't care who my manager is. I don't care who's playing for my team. You know what I'm saying? If there was a thing where Saka could leave next season, like because I saw this thing online, what was it, last season or 2 seasons ago, where would you take a trophy, major trophy, and get rid of Saka? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be the
they
one with
said
his
that
keys outside
they'd
the
rather
door.
keep Saka than win the league. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, bro.
Play that on
I'll
Mud
open the
Brothers.
door.
Yeah, you went crazy.
Yeah. But, mate, I would have opened the door. I would have been his Uber driver, and I don't drive for Uber. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. I would have rented whatever car he wanted, yeah, and I would drive him to whatever airport that he's going to for my club to pick up a trophy. Because like it's like this year, I have nothing against Saka. I think he's an amazing kid. I even will go down the lines of saying in this demographic game of football nowadays of what we're seeing, I will call him world class. This is what I'm saying, because he has been putting up a lot of stats and a lot of play and this and that. And he's been the star boy for Arsenal for how long? Yeah. I will put him in that bracket. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously the levels, I wouldn't even say the levels are lower nowadays compared to what I saw, yes, but I can only talk about here and now in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to compare the two because I'm not ever going to see a Henry again. I'm never going to see a Robin again. I'm never going to see a Drogba, even a Gianfranco Zola. I'm just talking about Arsenal, Chelsea players because these are the fans that's on here today. You know what I'm saying? We're never going to see them. So in this demographic, yes, he is. But then I'm willing to sell him. I'm willing to sell all of these players for trophies. You tell you why? Because at the end of the season, you're judged on trophies, not if you liked a player. The only reason why Thierry Henry is classed as one of the best, or if not the best strikers in this day and age, and in the Premier League, one of the best players in this Premier League, is because of the goals that he scored against Chelsea, the ones he did against Bartes, the fact that he fucking ran the whole length of Tottenham's ground, and put the ball in the net. That's what I'm saying. Or Arsenal's ground. That's the reason why. Not because because we got finished.
Ground, so.
Oh yeah. So it's Arsenal's. No, it's not Arsenal's ground. It's Arsenal's shitter. That's what I'm saying. Tottenham's ground. Yeah, because it's the best looking toilet I've ever seen. Right. This is why Henry is classed as the best Premier League striker. This is why when you talk about legends, yeah, it's not because of our our, our feelings for him. Because as much as Gerrard is a legend in Liverpool, that's the only place he's a legend. This is what I'm saying. That's the only place that he's a legend because he didn't win enough. And that's it. Every player that's classed as, let's say, yeah, this is why I didn't win anything, yeah, until he went to Bayern Munich. And let's just say like this: next season is going to be his last season. Yeah, people talk about the Lampard because not just he scored the goals because he won so much. Am I right? People respect Letitia only because of his talent, but they don't respect him in the game because he didn't win anything. This is what I'm saying. If you look at the jog bars, yeah, he won so much. This is why people respect him. We could go down the list. Look at Aguero, and that's recent now. People respect him not because of his talent, because his talent was able to win him so much when he was at Man City. You know what I'm saying? Like Suarez, people respect him, but he didn't win anything. This is why people don't talk about him like that. When they're talking about strikers, they always bypass Suarez. They even say Eto'o because Eto'o's won more when he came to this country. Am I lying? Yeah? People respect people that fucking lift things. So far, Saka's won a what is it, FA Cup. And do you know what, yeah? To be talked about. Because you're only seen, yeah, for what you do for your club. Yeah. And right now, he ain't doing much for the club. This is why Madueke started above him. You know what I'm saying? And if he doesn't do anything good for the rest of the season, then hold bench. Because I'm club over every single person. And just because you're the star boy at what you've done the previous season, because I'm not a Liverpool fan. I'm not gonna play Salah in his preferred position when he's playing poor. I want my place to be dropped. I want my place to earn back their position because nothing should be given. The best way for a person, for a team to actually be the best is for people to fight. That's what I'm saying. Let me take you back a few years, people, good few years. The last time Arsenal won a league, right? Last time Arsenal won a league, it's because look who we could take off the bench. When Chelsea won a league, look who they could take off the bench. Yeah? When City won numerous leagues, look who they could take off the bench. When Liverpool won the league, they just didn't get no injuries, so they didn't really need much bench play. Yes. Yeah? But nothing is given for me. If a player is not performing, I don't care if you're a Saka, a Saliba, a Gabriel, or a Glockeres. You man need to hold bench. This is what I'm saying. Let next man do the thing. Because when it comes down to it, 3 points is only 3 points if you try hard. And I don't want people to be telling me, I don't want my Arsenal fans or people like Prime King, oh, I don't need those kind of questions because I say it myself, bro. My man should be dropped. You get me? But what's your thoughts on Arsenal, peoples? Before I constantly just talk all day long, blood. Okay.
Let me ask you. So,
Go on.
a certain guy said this, and now it's become a thing with your fan base, and it said on the overlap. Arsenal win Prem champs, and England win the World Cup, and Rice, he will win the Ballon d'Or. Do you guys agree with that? Because if he wins the Ballon d'Or, he automatically becomes your greatest ever player. I'm sorry, he has to. At Ballon d'Or, Champions League, he has to be your greatest ever player.
No.
Really?
Do you know what? Yeah, we all know about English hype. Yeah, at Foden's give me one second. Give me a second. I'll answer that. Give me a second. I'll answer that. You see, the kind of fans I'm dealing with, and the kind of people I'm dealing with, yeah, is people that will say Foden's 5-yard pass to Eze is better than a fucking goal. You know what I'm saying? Let me just put that out there, right? Okay. If Arsenal win all of that, and Rice wins the World Cup with England. What about the 10 other players that's around him? That's kind of disrespectful because that person thinks that Arsenal, yeah, I can, right? Next season, yeah, is a good player. If we can win the Champions League, I guarantee, yeah, it's not because of the Premier League, it's a marathon. If he was the World Cup, yeah, if he one of the players that win the World Cup, just remember Saka has been the star, which all is guaranteed to score, bro. Saka. That's what I'm saying. English people do to boost up English players. This is why they're not rated anywhere else. Other people rate talent. English people rate hype. It is what it is. This is why so many people think that English football fans have such a weak mentality. You know what I'm saying? That was an excellent question, bro. But for me, Declan Rice does not deserve to win it because, in my opinion, he hasn't been the best player, whether it's for England or for Arsenal for many a time. If you're asking me who the best player for Arsenal is this season, I'll tell you straight. It's fucking Timber. This is what I'm saying. Because I can tell you matches where Declan Rice hasn't performed well. But I can't tell you matches where Timber hasn't performed well. Timber is a solid 7 constantly. You know what I'm saying? So what are we doing now? What's the difference between media? Yeah, I can tell you it. And it's my background. There and there. It is. You get me? Timber gets disrespected players in Arsenal or the best player in Arsenal. Why must people always put in that Rice? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we say the league and the Premier League and the World Cup? Yeah, there's another player that played that will play in all 3 of them. There's actually 2 players. One of them is Saka, which has been the shining light for Arsenal for many seasons and for England for many seasons. Why can't he be in that conversation?
When I asked the gal, because I said not Saka, you're a star boy, and he said no, Declan Rice.
Yeah.
So, and the gal's not English. So,
mate. Okay. First and foremost, the gal's Canadian. Yeah. Enough said.
I'm gonna lie. If Declan Rice ever wins a Ballon d'Or, man, just close the competition down. To be honest, the Ballon d'Or for me, I don't really give a damn about it because it's been fraudulent for years anyway. So who cares? Like for me as a fan, I just want my club to win trophies. So if Arsenal win the Premier League and Champions League, then Don doesn't really. I don't think Don would ever care about no Ballon d'Or. You'd just be happy that he's won a Champions League.
I mean, yeah,
you know what I mean? Like Arsenal, who cares?
If a player at your club wins a Ballon d'Or, you're gonna flex it, bro. When Jorginho, he got close to the Ballon d'Or, I was gonna flex it. I don't care. I agree. The Ballon d'Or now it's a popularity contest, but history doesn't show it's a popularity contest. History shows I have a Ballon d'Or. My club has a Ballon d'Or.
No, I get that.
Yeah, but it's more it's shameless more than anything. It's just being shameless because we've had players that played for a club that's won Ballon d'Ors before, but they won it elsewhere. So you could say, "Oh, we've had Ballon d'Or worthy players at our club," but that doesn't
they also
mean
weren't
anything.
good at Chelsea though. Shevchenko wasn't good at Chelsea. If we have a Ballon d'Or winner that wins it at our club, that's a different stratosphere of greatness. We rise into. Rice has to be over Henry. Rice might become, because he's English as well, winning a World Cup with England. He might become England's or the Premier League's greatest ever player by the time he retires.
I ain't gonna lie, that's Twitter logic. That's a Twitter fan logic. Those type of fans I don't even like.
I'm gonna push the narrative for entertainment. So I don't care.
Oh yeah. No, I know what you're on. You're on chaos, so that makes sense.
Rice over Vieira.
I get that totally.
Rice over Vieira.
Yeah.
Did you know? I get that, but then
Don't
with me,
do you agree? Rice over Vieira. Do you agree?
Mate, do you know what? I'll get back to that question, but fuck you, yeah.
He's not gonna answer.
What
if that happens, it's Rice over everybody.
No, for me, it's Henry. It's Henry as the greatest player because he's won. Because at my club, he got robbed for the Ballon d'Or. We all know this, yeah? We all know that. And he's won everything underneath the sun, bar the Champions League when he was playing for Arsenal. This is what I'm saying. So with and it's Vieira over Rice. Let's not do this. Vieira is boss levels. You know what I'm saying? Vieira, there's players that like Vieira and Yaya Toure. People shouldn't even mention man next to them. You get what I'm saying? It's just like trying to compare anyone to Messi or Ronaldo. Let's just not do this. Is what I'm saying,
But
because
Vieira doesn't
anyone
have a
even thinks
Ballon
about
d'Or.
answering that question.
Vieira doesn't have a
Huh?
Ballon d'Or. Vieira doesn't have a Ballon d'Or.
I'm gonna lie, that's
Okay.
the kind of things people will say. I'll be honest with you. And also,
Okay.
not only will they say that, they'll say that
But then
Henri had to go somewhere
who
else
did
to win the
Vieira have to
CL.
compete with?
Yeah, Vieira doesn't have
Who
a
did
Ballon
Vieira
d'Or.
have to compete with?
Hey,
Who did Vieira
Rice
have to
has to
compete
compete with
with?
Pedri and Caicedo and Yamal
Oh
for a
my.
Ballon d'Or. Hey,
Oh
hey,
my.
Don
Oh
Z.
my.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, what? Vieira has a World Cup, right? Rice will win a World Cup.
Yeah,
Vieira had to leave Arsenal to win a Champions League with Inter Milan, where he was a squad player. Rice is a key
Oh.
player for Arsenal winning. Hey,
yeah, man.
you see the narratives I'm building, bro? I'm helping your
Yeah,
fan
man.
base.
Yeah,
I'm helping you.
yeah.
Hey,
They're gonna be doing.
I'm
They're
thinking
gonna be
about it
doing it.
now, bro. I'm
Whip
thinking
it like
about it now.
rice. He's gonna have a movie and everything.
man.
Whip it like rice. corner
Whip
like
it like,
rice.
hey, whip it like rice. That's my.
I
Hey,
look, yeah,
it's Sir
people. If
Declan,
people start
guys.
coming
When
out,
he wins,
I,
hey, it's Sir Declan. He's gonna get knighted. It's Sir Declan. Respect, Sir Declan.
I,
Yeah.
Fran, you better know that when that shit starts to happen, yeah, I will take a holiday, yeah, for my fans. You get what I'm saying? Because like I understand they will go overboard and stuff like this, and I get what you're saying because we're judged off what you're winning as well. But then, like for myself and myself only, I watch football not just for like certain things that you won. I watch for talent. This is why I mentioned Matt Letitia. This is what I'm saying. I still and say things for a certain reason. I'm not all about the GA. This is why I respect Zidane. You get what I'm saying? Why I respect Xavi and
Oh, does
Iniesta.
Zidane have
Why
a
I
Ballon
respect
d'Or?
Busquets. Why I
Does
respect
Zidane have
pure
a Ballon d'Or?
Pirlo, Figo.
Sorry, Dante. 1 second. Dante,
Yes,
1
that's one
second.
of Ballon d'Or.
Oh, so Zidane has one. Rice will have one. Fairs. Hey, fairs, man. Don't let Rice win 2 Ballon d'Ors. Hey, I was just saying. Hey,
Oh,
Dino
that
only
would be
has
the
one
worst
Ballon
day
d'Or,
ever
right?
if that happens.
Dino only has one Ballon d'Or, right? Neymar doesn't have a Ballon d'Or. Rice is better than Neymar. I hear it,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah,
I
Rice
hear
over
it.
Neymar.
I hear
If
it,
that
man.
does happen, yeah, Rice over Neymar.
Yeah, facts, man. Facts. Hey.
Yeah, man. Come on, over
hey,
Gilberto,
listen,
Fabregas, Carzola.
you think you guys can annoy me
Aye,
if Arsenal win Prem and Champs?
no.
Listen, if Arsenal win Prem and Champs, I'm gonna push Ballon d'Or
Okay,
narratives, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
whip
gonna
it
push
like
so
Ballon d'Or
Rice.
therefore,
Whip
if
it
Rice,
like Rice.
okay, if no Prime, if Rice wins it, is he better than Makalele?
Hey, Makelele doesn't have a Ballon d'Or, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Big up Claude, though.
Makelele doesn't have a Ballon d'Or. I don't care.
Yeah, man. It will be Rice over Lampard, Scholes, and Gerrard.
Yeah.
There will be no conversation.
Hey, listen, how many Ballon d'Ors does Pele have?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Hey, dark conversations now, right? Now it's dark.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
All right, people. I'm gonna close out in a minute. Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. He doesn't want to have the Ballon d'Or talk. All right, let's go.
Yeah, cause it'll be the only Arsenal player in history to win a Ballon d'Or. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
You know,
man.
it's
crazy.
Like if
the great
Rice,
Henri couldn't win one.
Rice,
Crazy.
You know, it's if Rice wins the Ballon d'Or, he'll go into the top 5 because he won the Ballon d'Or. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this, yeah. When you get married to a woman and has kids, you can't really that's the way the kids, so you got to take them because they come with her. That's what I'm saying. So that's how I see it. Next
Top
question.
5 for Arsenal all time? If he wins it.
Yeah, it has to be.
Nah.
No. Do you know why?
Rice is gonna be like the big free nod, just big me. Whip it like Rice.
No. Did you know what it's like? Okay, let's put it down into perspective. Yeah, some people win the Ballon d'Or through convenience, right? I think that Aguero is better than what Aguero did for City has done more for what was better than what Rodri done for City. But the difference is Rodri helped them lift the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? So, but then when you look at when Aguero was playing football, look at the pool of players that was around him that was being consistent. Right? I have to put that in consideration. It's crazy. It's crazy because if Rice wins the Ballon d'Or, you'd think that he becomes Arsenal best player. It's just like me
Oh,
saying,
he will.
like ever. Like it's just like me saying John Henderson is Liverpool's favorite captain. I mean, best captain because he won more than what Steven Gerrard was.
He
So
is.
talent
He
goes out the
is.
window.
He's
No,
their greatest ever captain.
talent wise, no. Yeah, but for what they've won, yes.
Yeah, but that's why I said he's our greatest ever captain. I agree.
Oh, yeah. This is what I'm saying. So it's subjective. I will just put it down to it's
Listen,
subjective.
listen. Arsenal can win everything. Listen, I'll still push narratives. I don't care.
Yeah, I know because you're you.
I won't hide. I'll be there saying yes. He's the greatest ever. Yes, Declan Rice. Yes, Declan Rice. Yes,
And to know that he's got Irish blood in him. Yeah, you must be loving that even better.
Declan Rice. Yes, bro. Better than Zidane. Better than Zidane. Hey, Zidane, those 2 free kicks he scored against Real Madrid, Zidane's never done that, bro. Yeah.
No, he did a better one against Leverkusen.
Rice is clear. Rice is clear. Hey, listen, don't let Rice win a second Ballon d'Or or Arsenal win a second chance. Because that comment there from BDO is right. People are putting Rice in all-time 11s, and he's not won a Prem or champs yet. Let Arsenal win it. Hey, it's dark conversations now.
Mate, he's gonna be in the best 11 in English history, bro.
Yeah, man.
Forget Arsenal in English history.
Yeah, man.
And we all know this. See what I'm saying? And the thing is, right, like I like Rice in what he does in this day and age. And like I said, if we're doing a let's say a top 10 Arsenal 11, for me, even if he wins the Ballon d'Or, I don't think he could bring it because the balance that I like and what I like to see play football, he will never be in it because he's great for this day and age. But you got to remember, it depends on the age group of the person that you're asking as well. If you're asking someone that's 15 years old, yeah, because they didn't see ballers like that. Like even when they watch the matches on YouTube or let's say Sky Sports is showing a rerun, the quality of the quality of the thing, they can't actually love it or even like show the passion that we did because you remember when you man won your first what was it Premier League feeling that you man felt watching it on TV again for these young ones, they can't feel that because they wasn't connected to those players at that time. It's just like me. I was connected with the Henrys, the Vieiras, the Bergkamps. I don't ever disrespect Bergkamp. The Ian Wrights is what I'm saying. The Ray Parlers, the Paul Mercers, the Van Bronckhorsts, the Gramandis is what I'm saying. The Tony Adams, the Winterburns, the Dixons. You know what I'm saying? The Lawrence. The list can go on and on and on because that I was there growing up with them. Yeah. With the Rices, I see him now, but like put any of them that I mentioned, they can play and they can ball out in this generation. Put them man there, they can't ball out in the generation that I fucking do it. This is why I hate when they say, oh yeah, people take Saka and put them in an invincible team. To play where? To be a ball boy. To play where? Because I'm not taking Lundberg or Perez out of that team for him. I'm not taking Ashley Cole or Lauren out of that team for him. Give me 1 second, lad. Someone's at my door. Give me 2 seconds.
It's all good.
So King, Rice
Yes.
better than Zidane if he wins the Ballon d'Or.
Oh yeah. You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna be posing like this with the Ballon d'Or. Gonna be posing like this.
Hey, Declan Ballon d'Or.
That's gonna be him with his Ballon d'Or, bro.
Declan Ballon d'Or. Declan Ballon d'Or. Declan Ballon d'Or.
I'm gonna lie. There's gonna be a lot of fans that are gonna hate on Rice. If he does do it,
bro. Like England's Arsenal's first Champions League, their first Prem in 20 years, England's first World Cup since '66. He has to win the Ballon d'Or because who else is there? It's either him or Saka, and Saka's not performing right now, really. So it has to be Rice. It has to. Hey, the narratives is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it would be a mad one. It would be a mad one. I don't know if I don't think if Twitter would be able to handle that. I'm gonna lie.
Nah, I'll be there, man. And hey, don't let Arsenal retain a Premier champ. Don't let that happen. Then he wins back-to-back Ballon d'Ors, and now it's crazy.
Oh, that would
Now
be
we're
mental.
Cam's in the chat. All right, don't be salty, Cam. Relax. Don't be. Now it becomes crazy back to back. Hey, well, only Messi and Ronaldo did back to backs, and now Rice, crazy combos now. Yeah, crazy combos.
Yeah, I'm gonna then. Yeah, no, I'm gonna lie. The way you're gonna spin it, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll
And
be
and
there, live
now
and direct.
the conversation becomes it's harder for a midfielder or defender to win it than an attacker. So Rice's two means more than Messi or Ronaldo's Ballon d'Ors. Now we spin it in like Rice is better than them because it's harder for him to win it than those guys. You know, that's how. Hey, I'm there, bro. I'm there. Hey,
Oh,
crazy. It's gonna be. Hey, it's gonna be beautiful, man.
oh,
It's
that's
gonna
gonna
be
be
beautiful.
crazy. Whip it like that, Declan. Boil it
Whip it
like
like
Declan. Boil it like rice.
that. Yeah, like
That's good. Arsenal fans are gonna just be confused. They're just they're happy and sad at the
Dish it
same
like
time.
Declan. It's gonna be called Dish it like Declan. Yeah, crazy. Hey, now you're gonna have kids in like 15 years saying I grew up watching Rice.
Oh, mad. We're gonna
We're
have
gonna
bare boys named Declan.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have more roadrunners going around now. The new Declan Rice. Oh, it's good. Hey, it's gonna be amazing. Hey, hey, Arsenal fans, do you want to live in that world where Rice is being compared to Zidane? You want to live in that world?
Oh, mad.
You want to live in that world? Yeah. Don't win anything this season if you don't want to live in that world. Don't win anything.
2027, the year of Declan's.
The year of They're Declan's. My middle name is Rice.
That would be mental. I'll be honest, I don't really want. I kind of want to live in that world, but at the same time, I don't.
Hey, that's the only like. I'm just trying to find a silver lining if Arsenal do it and England. That's my silver lining.
Oh, that'd be
They're
crazy.
going to
Though.
be Ballon d'Or Rice. Yeah. Like
Ballon d'Or
when
Rice.
Dembele won a Ballon d'Or, didn't a
Yeah.
French artist make a song about it? Who's going to be the English artist that makes a song about Rice winning a Ballon d'Or?
Ooh, who's an English
Is it gonna
Arsenal
be like?
fan?
Is it going to be like Adele or something?
No, it wouldn't be an Adele. Is there any rappers that are Arsenal fans that we know of? Maybe
Oh,
is
there are,
Skepta?
man. Yeah, but
an Arsenal fan?
Skepta's black. I'm assuming a white artist will have to do it.
It's an Ed Sheeran. He's an Ipswich Town fan, though.
Nah, yeah, he's not. He's Ed Sheeran.
He's a tractor boy. Skepta's his first fan. Okay,
Yeah.
so it
He's
wouldn't be
Adele's
Skepta.
his first fan as well, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Come on, there must be an artist.
yeah.
Or whoever did the North London Forever song, the Declan remix.
Hey, Declan forever.
Whatever
the weather. He's won the Ballon d'Or. And he's better than Zidane. Tell your nan. Declan's our home.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, so Chip and Idris Elba. So Idris Elba on the intro. Oh, actually, Idris Elba does music. So a song, Chip featuring Idris.
Yeah, Idris will be in the music video. Idris being right, I'll be in the music video.
Yeah, they'll be in the music video.
I want who's gonna play Declan Rice in the movie? In the BBC movie or the ITV movie, who's gonna play Declan Rice? Is it gonna be Tom Holland? Tom Holland plays Declan Rice.
Nah, you know who would be perfect? It would be Taron Egerton. He would be perfect.
Yeah, true.
He'd be perfect, bro. Whatever the weather jollof for fried.
So will Damson Idris play Saka then?
Yeah, definitely. That would make that would be perfect. That was in the Saka. Like, you did it, bro. You won the Ballon d'Or. That's the ending scene.
Oh my god, hey. Great
Oh,
times, guys. Just
that's
remember,
crazy.
hey, just remember if it happens and you start hearing, oh well, the era Zidane did it in, Zidane's GA is not as good as Declan's GA. It's gonna be amazing, bro.
Oh,
Be amazing.
they're gonna be talking about the sports science. It's improved and that the players are
Exactly.
better now. The levels higher.
Exactly. Hey, Zidane couldn't sit as a DM. Rice can play DM 8. He can play 10. Rice is more flexible than Zidane. I hear it, bro. I hear it.
Man. He could play centre back as well. Multiple positions.
Exactly, bro. Zidane couldn't hit free kicks like Rice.
Yeah, man. He
He
couldn't do
couldn't
the
ball
corners
carry
like
like
Rice.
Exactly. He couldn't, bro. He couldn't. He's clear.
Okay, what did I miss? What did I miss, people?
Rice is clear as Zidane.
Oh, Rice is better than Zidane.
I asked King because he's knowledgeable about football. I said, is he clear as Zidane? And he agreed with the Ballon d'Or. But the Ballon d'Or, he's clear as Zidane, bro.
Yeah. All right, big up Cam. Big up Cam. My
winning
brother.
The quad. Oh, if you guys win the quad, he's the greatest player of all time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Arsenal win the quad and England win the World Cup. He's the greatest player of all time. Facts.
All right, peoples. You see, I had to leave for 5 minutes, right? Just because I had a delivery coming. Yeah. And these man, they took over the channel. And this is the kind of shit that they doing. This is what I'm saying.
Hey, go to the last comment, by the way.
Which one?
Yeah. Whatever the weather.
Jell-O
for fries.
Okay, well, look, yeah. The only reason why it's like this because I told him I prefer Ghanaian jollof instead of Nigerian, but it is what it is. It's just based on opinions, is what I'm saying.
Hey, Nigerian jollof, Ghanaian jollof, hey, rice Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or.
All right, big up everyone in the chat. Yeah, make sure you're liking and subscribing, yo. Your people, like, don't ever leave your anything that you have unattended when you got 2 Chelsea frauds. See what I'm saying around you? Because these man, they'll just take the piss. But do you know what? Yeah, I didn't hear the last 5 minutes, but I hear it though. You know what I'm saying? What you're saying. But Rice, if Rice wins the Ballon d'Or, he's still not in my top 5. I can't do that. I can't do that because I'm not fraudulent. You get me? If he continuously plays with that kind of level year in, year out, then we got different kind of conversations. Because I'm not a fraud, and as much as I admire a player like Vieira in our team, that Gilberto Silva's and so forth, or Petit, yeah, in the few years that he was at Arsenal, I'm not an idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? I ain't an idiot, but fuck you, man. Is what I'm saying. Like, what can I say? What can I say? All right. What freeze frame is it? Is it me? Because my thing is just lagging mad today. Do you get me? What can I say? What can I say? What can I do? Big up Catch. Yeah. Big up Catch and big up SP. This is what I'm saying. Make sure you subscribe to the catch up. Yeah. These are real football fans as well. This is what I'm saying.
Sick. They did the Chelsea fan on their dirty. I was sad watching that.
No. They didn't do the Chelsea fan day. No. Hey, Catch. Yeah, because that was you. I was live in your team for that one there. Thank you for doing that to Chelsea. Because you know what, yeah, their man's there, they need to hope for their crimes, yeah, of their fathers. Those pussy-os them. Like, I went away for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and these man took over the show, and they was just causing havoc. You know what I'm saying?
I think with Joey.
What Catch? Yeah, that's why you're my brother. You hear what I'm saying? Big up Catch. You don't know each and every blood clot time.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what?
That's crazy.
But peoples, I'm going to close out in a bit. You get me? Because the wife's going to come home soon. She's going to get me to do chores. Yeah. And if you know, you know. Us, man, them, we don't like headache. You get me? Because I'm bored already. It is what it is. So peoples, yeah. Have you got anything coming up anytime soon?
Can we end on this? Because you said answer for crime. So can you share this, please?
Go on.
Saka start for these iconic teams? Part 2. Does Bukayo Saka start for Manchester City Centurions? So that's Sterling and Sane.
Well,
Over Sterling.
All Sterling is the most. Raheem Sterling. Pep had a specific role for him at City, which was wait at the back post. We're getting you that ball. De Bruyne, Sane, we'll get you that ball. But Kyle, the bag's deeper. You heard it last time.
Much
The
deeper.
bag's deeper. Gets on over Sterling. Sane was a baller. I ain't gonna talk about Sane, but Sterling.
Does Bukayo Saka start for 2015 Bayern? So that's Robin and Ribery.
See, Robin was my guy.
He's a
innit?
baller, man.
Robin, like me and Robin, we had this thing growing up. Like he was my one of my favorite players. So.
I think Saka will be better than Robin at one point in his career, 100%. I don't think that's something that we can say no to. But at the moment, right now, at Saka's current form, not enough for me.
Does Bukayo Saka start for PSG's Champions League winning side?
Over Due.
Yeah, he's better.
Yeah,
than Dewey.
he's better than
Yeah,
Dewey.
He's better than Dewey. Alonso, not him. And
Kvaratskhelia?
Kvaratskhelia.
Does Bukayo Saka start for 2015 Barca?
Mate, bro, that's not fair. That's not fair.
You know what it is, yeah? You know what it is?
Calm
if
down.
we really encapsulate everything. Stop!
Lame that.
Microphone licenses. Stop making a mockery of our club.
Does Bukayo Saka start for current Real Madrid?
100%. There's no doubt.
Of course,
Shade,
Rodrigo, get ready to learn.
Arabic.
Get ready to learn a language that's not Spanish or English. because- yeah.
Does Bukayo Saka start for these iconic teams? Part 2. Does Bukayo Saka start?
Hello, Prime.
that was a part 2. Where's part 1? Where's part 1? I want to see part 1.
No. I look here. That's for another stream. Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
for another stream. Yeah.
That's crazy.
You see these man here, yeah? These man here, they're not Arsenal fans, yeah? They are AI planted from Tottenham. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? This is not my fan base. This is not my man them, yeah? It's like this, right? If when I went to Jamaica, when I was 19, anyone 20 plus years later come back and tell me, yeah, this is your picnic, yeah, I'm not claiming that because that wasn't me, fam. Yeah, it's a straight shaggy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, them man there, we do not claim them, bruv. Like, leave them man well away. You see, Tottenham, yeah. I'll tell this people right before we close out. Yeah, the transfer window is coming up very fast. We will happily give you these players on a free, not a loan. We will pay their bill, their Uber fare, their bus ride. We'll pay for everything. You can have these lot. Or if you like, as Man City doesn't have that many fans, they could deal with fans like these because you know what? Yeah, a fan in need is a fan indeed. You man, go. You can have them in 30 days. When the window opens, Doncy and the rest of my Arsenal brothers will like to give you a belated Christmas gift. Please, people, yeah, we beg of you. Take them from our hands. We've got too much fraudulent people. Okay?
Can
Man,
you share screen, please?
Oh my, more of this, yeah. Only because I'm a great host, this is why I'm doing this.
Since we were talking about the great Declan Rice, does he start for any of these iconic teams? Part 1.
Declan Rice start for these iconic teams?
Probably, yeah.
Does Declan Rice start for 09 Barcelona?
He was in that midfield. What?
Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets?
09, I would have been 5 years old, outside, touching grass, doing real rainbow flicks on the pitch.
started in the 09 Barcelona?
Who was in the midfield?
Busquets, Iniesta, or Xavi.
Next, no.
But
He's not
he
there.
can get in that centre back. I'm saying that.
Whoa.
What the hell your story playing the centre back? Like, Rice, this Rice would have done.
Puyo on PK as well, by the way.
No, he would have been that ball. Like,
So what? He starts with Puyo.
do you know what?
Does Declan Rice start in 3P Real Madrid's midfield?
Yeah.
Over Casemiro, yes. Over Casemiro, yes. No bias. He's a better footballer than Casemiro at all stages of his career.
Yeah, that's a bit mad, but first.
I don't make the rules.
Does Declan Rice start for 2005 Chelsea?
Who's in that midfield?
So Makelele, Lampard, and Essien.
I think he's better than Lampard. I think he will go down.
Whoa.
I think he will go down as a better footballer.
Did he
than
just say
Lampard.
that?
I think he will.
currently.
But I think he will go down. I think he will go down. No,
Whoa.
I said that Nigeria. I think he'll be in that debate with Gerrard, Scholes, and Lampard.
Well,
Declan Rice will be in that debate. I don't think right now he's not done enough to verify it right now, but he will go down as a better midfielder than Frank Lampard.
Does Declan Rice start for treble Manchester City?
Was that Gundogan, Rodri?
No.
Better than
No,
Gundogan.
I'm sorry.
no,
I'm
not
sorry.
that
I'm
season.
sorry,
Not
brother.
that
I don't rate Rodri at all, though, man. I can't
That,
pretend.
that season.
So Dylan,
Sorry?
But what the hell
Mate.
was this?
Mate, I'm
What
sorry.
the hell
Prime.
was that?
Mate, do you know what? Yeah.
I
You see
thought we
my
said we're
fan base?
answering for crimes.
No,
You said
no,
we're
you
answering-
see my fan base. You see the people that needs to answer for these kind of crimes. Big up Tony. Big up Igal. You see those kind of people. They are the Arsenal football fans that needs to answer for these crimes, because them man say those kind of outlandish things as those previous idiots. Yeah. I refuse to even answer that, because I'm not an idiot that headbutts a brick wall. Yeah, those men are. You hit me, mate.
Yeah. Listen, Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets didn't win a Ballon d'Or. So that's all I'm saying.
Mate, peoples, yeah. King, have you got anything coming up shortly? Because you know what? I'm exhausted just from watching that. Have you got anything coming up, my brother?
I'm still lost for words. I walked away for a second. Oh man. I'm doing an NBA stream later on my channel, African King Academy. I'm doing some football over the weekend. I'll be doing not only the Prem but also the WSL. It's a tight title race up there. Man City on top, Chelsea second at the moment. So yeah, gonna be doing a lot of watch alongs over the weekend. And yeah, that's it really.
Prime, have you got anything coming up?
I've got another video, but we'll
No.
save that for another day. Save that for next stream. No, that's about it. I mean, it's probably going to be a preview on Lewis's channel for our game, but I don't know. That's probably about it. Check out Casually after Chelsea play, because we're not going to win. So check out
I'm dead.
Casually.
I'll definitely check out
And
Casual.
then
You know what I'm
Mud
doing.
Brothers on Monday.
On Monday,
You know, 10
yeah.
p.m. usual schedule. Spooby still at the wheel. Spooby still at the wheel.
He's done well. Yeah, man. People, make sure you look into everything that King and Prime said. Remember, all descriptions are in my description. Yeah, all that's where you can find their channels. African Kings Academy. Check out Sarcasm City TV Extra. This is what I'm saying. Where you're gonna find the best clips of so many, because certain men don't have the answers that claim to say they do have the answers, but run away because they do their best track finder Usain Bolt style. You know what I'm saying to Europe. It is what it is, yeah. Me, I haven't got much coming up just because I'm just doing too much. To see what I'm saying, like but you'll find me on Mud Brothers on Monday, 10 onwards. For this weekend, I'll try to do a stream. I might do a watch along depending where I'm at. But it's more than unlikely. I'm probably doing Sarcasm City Arsenal Man United show on Sunday at 11 p.m. Apart from that, all you need to know is that if you're liked and you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell, the moment I come on, you'll get that notification. See what I'm saying? So, peoples, make sure you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? And keep warm because it's freezing outside. You know what I'm saying? This weather is horrible. Manners and respect to everyone, yeah? And have a lovely morning, noon, or night, depending what time zone you're in or depending when you're watching this. You know what I'm saying? Blessings.